Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kop-Ish, guys.
All the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are around the world and whenever you are watching this. Big up yourselves each and every time. And welcome to Friday Kall-In show. Every time this show comes around, it makes me realize how quick the days and the months are going, because it feels like this show happens regularly, even though it's at the end of the month. So we're here. It's hot, it's scorching. So I appreciate you guys for being in the house and taking the time to join us. And I got kicked out the car and abandoned in the middle of the nowhere today. I was going to be on my own, but Enz was like, no, I'll come scoop you up. So he picked me up, and now he's right here with me, co-pilot. What's going on, bro?
I appreciate it, man. Listen, big up to Kall and Matt, but you can't be leaving your boy out there stranded with no money, no petrol money, bro. But yeah, I got you, bro. We got it today, man. We got you.
I was just desert, bro. I just looked around, it's just bare desert. I was like, am I even in England still? What the fuck? Oh, man. No, big up them, man. Them man couldn't make it. Big up Enz for stepping in and being a co-pilot tonight. So, guys, obviously, you know how it runs. We're going to bring you guys in one at a time. And then, obviously, I'll put a little timer on it. I'm going to try and make sure that I can get through everyone. So we will be strict today. I know you guys do like to go over a bit, but I've got to keep it fair. I'm trying to think what I'm going to hit the people with when they go over before they get dash out. I'll see. It's going to be, it might be something a little raggo, might be something a little fun. We'll see. But when you get to 3 minutes, if you ain't finished, you're getting hit with that video, guys. You know what I mean? We've got to keep it fair. We got to bring back the fun of the Friday. You know what I mean? But no, Enz, what's going on, though, brother? In the last 24 hours, Liverpool. How you feeling about what's going? I mean, there isn't big news today, but the Tom Werner stuff was kind of big this morning. Like we're moving different, bro. He said it. He said we're moving with intention now. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying it.
Nah, do you know what? It's massive, bro, because I feel like we heard Salah say it, we heard Virgil say it at the end of the season. We somewhat heard, like, you know, our gaffer say it, but he didn't want to allude too much. He just says, me and the guys are speaking on the day-to-day, innit? We're planning for next season. And now you got one of the big boys coming out and saying, listen, it's relentless. That's the key word we're using going forward, isn't it? So it's going, listen, guys, you know what I mean? Buckle your seatbelt, sit back, relax, man, because Liverpool mean business this summer. And for me, now it feels like we're ready to kind of make the steps that we've been asking for. Stay at the top now. Now we're giving you all the tools. Go out there and show us what you're about. Instead of us like picking and choosing, we can only have one good player this summer, one good player next summer. What now? We're like, let's go and get everyone in the team that we need. Make sure we reinforce the guys and make sure we're getting world-class ballers and players somewhat going to get close to that. And then let's go after the league again, man. Because listen, I think that this squad is, good enough clearly to win the title, but now we've invested, got the best 10, got one of the best left backs out there. We've improved the right back positions as well. And we're going to get another centre back, and we're potentially going to get one of, if not the best, if not one of the best strikers out in world football. So I can't wait, bro. I'm looking forward to it. Big up to the chat, by the way.
The intention. I'm like, it's mad, isn't it? Because like, I think Man City are the only team that really, in the last, say, decade or so, have had this, what I'm about to say. But I love the fact that under Klopp, we had world-class players everywhere. And eventually those players had to leave, or they ran out of steam, whichever way. People at Flacco ran out of steam. I think the injuries caught up with Matip. Thiago, the injuries caught up with. Like, we've had a lot of world-class players that, like, do you know what I mean? They're gone. And then it was about trying to replace those players to keep the same level up. And I can honestly say, without anybody even remotely questioning it, we have 5 world-class ballers in a team minimum in the first 11. Now, I'm not going to lie. When your first 11 has got 5 world-class ballers in it, that's not regular. it's not regular stuff, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's like Man United, Alex Ferguson. That's Chelsea under Mourinho with Abramovich. That's Real Madrid. But do you know what I mean? Like,
facts.
It's to have 5 or more in your team, and then a couple potentials as well. Gravenberch potential, Ibu potential. Do you get what I'm saying? Who else is a potential? Because me personally, I'm putting McAllister in that world-class bracket. I don't know about you, bro, but he's there. I'm not letting anybody tell me nothing. Do you know what I'm saying? Wirtz, world-class. Salah, world-class. Van Dijk, world-class. Alisson, world-class. That's 5 bang straight. And then, like I said, you got the potentials. You got Ibu potential, world-class. Gravenberch potential, world-class. Then, man, one more season like they had last year, boom, them lot are in that category as well. Do you see what I'm saying? So, the future's bright. And then Kirkes, Frimpong, I'm not going to say these guys are going to be world-class, but Kirkes looks like what Robbo did when Robbo was this age and Robbo became world-class. So, you know what I mean? You can only hope that he goes on. Mamadashvili, he looks like he's got the ability to be able to go to that level. Not there yet, obviously, but he looks like he does have it. And as you said, bro, we bring in Isak.
Yeah, that's a wrap, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a wrap, bro. Do you get what I'm saying?
Beautiful. Listen, bro, beautiful, bro. As long as we just keep doing what we're doing, the fans just stick behind the club and let's go for it. And don't even get drawn into these silly conversations with the other rivals, man. Because I see them trying to sign their players. I'm like, yeah, these are like meaty players, bro. Like these are not players that I go, raw, I'm scared. This makes you a better team. It's just average players. We're out here actually improving from where we was. And we're improving from the standpoint of being a champion. They're trying to improve to catch us. And we're now improving past that. I don't know what listen, if it's all on paper at the moment, isn't it, Drifty? But if it clicks and it works, which we expect it to, it's a long day, boy. It's a long day for these guys.
You know, the only 2 players I think one of the opposition have signed that makes me go, oof, you know what, if this works, is Aït-Nouri and Reinders at City. If Pep gets them working the way I think he wants to, they're going to be a problem with those 2 players, you know.
No, I respect Aït-Nouri and Reinders. I think they're ballers. But the problem, someone made a point, and forgive me, man, I forgot the person that made a point. It might have been Sabiri, actually. I can't remember. Someone made the point, so forgive me. But there was like, Man City signed a few players last summer and this summer. They still didn't get it to work and trying to gel it. They now signed the new crop of players. So they've signed probably like 6-7 players in the last, say, window and a half. And they're still trying to make it work. I think where we look at City as that old school City with the informed KDB and Foden doing his thing and Rodri flying at a high cylinder, Ederson in goal, moving crazy with them distribution. You know, but it's not that team. Gundogan doing clutch moments. Sterling they're not the same team as they used to be. Can they get back to that level? You would probably expect them to, but because they've got a world-class manager. But they're all new players trying to embed themselves into a new team with a new, with a new system. So will it work? I don't know, bro. But we're in a better position than they are. We actually in a settled team with a system that works for us, and now we've improved on it. I think we're stronger. So I do get what you mean about signing Aït-Nouri, because that's the left back originally I wanted at the team, but he's now not. And Reinders, I know a lot of people give him a lot of stick, but he's actually a really good player. Will it work? Let's see what happens. But I think I'm not really fussed about them like that, bro, if I'm being honest, because a lot of things has to line up for them to get back to where they were. Like Rodri's back. Is he going to be the same Rodri? A lot of people ask the question when Virgil come back from his ACL, is Virgil going to be the same player with playing consistently and playing at the high tempo that you play in the Premier League? Can he get back there? Obviously he can, but will he be there straight off the bat? Probably. I don't know. Foden, he's been missing for like a season and a half now. Can he be back? Let's see what will happen there. Maybe because he's won so many trophies, he's just like, I can't be bothered now. Haaland needs someone that's going to be creating for him, or else if you're not creating for him, does he score goals like that? That's another thing. Do they need someone in there?
That'll be Shirky's job now, isn't it? That'll be Shirky. Shirky and Reinders, it'll be their job now. Does Shirky even get
in though? Does Shirky get in it's mad. Savinho's there, Doku's, they've got so many players that can play. So I don't know, man. If they're back, they're back. But I think there's a lot of things riding on them being back, to be fair, where I think we're settled and ready to go again.
Yeah. What it is, no matter how much they're back, and they could definitely be back, they could even win the league. they'll never be that 100-point City ever again. And I think that's what gives me that little bit of extra. Do you get what I mean? Like now you don't have to get 98 points to win the league like we did before. Now you can win it on 90 or 89. Do you get what I mean? Like no matter how good City get, they're never going to be terrifying the way they were with no 18-game winning run and all. They ain't going to do that again. Do you know what I mean? And I think more so because the rest of the Premier League is kind of caught up. You can't have a bad day in the Premier League anymore. Do you get what I mean? Because a Bournemouth will beat you if you have a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll get a draw off you. So you're right. I don't think City will ever be that scary team. But they could still win the league. They're still good enough to win the league. You know what I mean? So it will be interesting. It will be interesting. Penny for the thoughts of Pep if we get Isak. I'm not gonna lie. Like that would be when it'll be like I would love to be a fly on the wall in the dressing room when Pep's talking to when he's talking to the other Pep, the two pussies, and they're
laughing up
discussing
yesterday.
Pep
I don't know if you watch it, but he was laughing up too much yesterday. I was doing the watch along with Matt. He was laughing up too. He says every minute Pep Guardiola goes over to him. I'm like, you're just doing this for the cameras now. Doing this for the cameras now. Every 2 minutes.
He's an idiot, bro.
Ain't even that great. Like, I watched the game yesterday, and Juve ain't the same Juve, but they still created enough chances. But they just, Vlahovic was moving crazy, scored a brilliant goal, missed one, a few other little half chances here or there. But as a team, they're just dead food, and City was just doing what City does, innit? But a better team, that defense, they need to fix their defense as well. All the attacking, talent they have, mad.
Yeah, no, it's real. Big up Sammy. Isak ends the title race. It's real. We signed Isak, and it's just, yeah. So I think everybody will kind of wave the white flag, right? Obviously, they wouldn't publicly do it, but I think emotionally within themselves, they'll all know. They'll know it's done. If we get Isak, it's a wrap. If we get Isak and Gahey, it's a wrap, bro. It is a wrap. The rest of the league get ready. Even Europe will start shitting themselves, bro. You know what I mean? So we will see. We will see. People, I'm about to put the link in the chat right now. Come and join us. It's about that time. Let me get the timer ready for the people.
Trent said, I've seen the heads more than I've seen my family in the last 3 days. Big up, bro.
You've been on that grind, yeah?
Yeah, nah, man. That's it. Let me check on the drip. I felt like I had seen you in a minute, bro. I was like, nah, I swear I spoke to Drip in a minute.
Yeah. Big up for that still. Yeah, it does. For some reason, it does kind of feel. I think it was just because I kind of just took like a little time to myself. Like I just needed a few days. I was like, I'm tired of looking at the screen, bro. I just need a couple of days. You know them ones.
I need to stare at the sun at least today, bro.
Yeah, bro. You know what I mean? And I actually did. I went outside. I actually went to the park, just by myself, bro. And just had just took a dragon, walked around the park, people watched, took in some, them ones like, when you get older and you start realizing you don't need people to do stuff. Like when you're young, you think everything's about groups and friends and, you know what I mean? Yo, is anybody... When you're on your own, bro, I just jumped in the whip, went to the park. I'm saying, just walked around by myself, bro. It's, you know what I mean? It's quite peaceful, to be honest. It's quite peaceful.
It'd be interesting to see what the people are saying.
Yeah, bro. All right. The people are in. Let's see what going. Let me just bring up the timer. And I think if you go over the 3 minutes, what should I do? Should I hit them with this? Should I hit them with that? We'll see. But people, if you go over the 3 minutes, you'll know it's all love, it's all jokes. But I will play the video. And then when the video is finished, you will have been removed. Yeah, do you know what? What is it with all the names? Did YouTube create something where you have to have numbers on your name or something? Because there's loads of regulars, and now they've got like 9328, 4285, all these like mad numbers at the end of their name. Did I miss something? Or I don't know. Oh, you're muted, G. You're muted.
Now, I was saying I've seen some people with numbers at the end of their names, but most of them don't, to be fair.
Like regulars, like even like Sammy never had like, you know what I mean? I'm like, what's going on? Ali never used to have like numbers and letters and stuff at the end. Oh no, it's a bit weird. I've noticed quite a lot. Even Bruno never used to. I don't know what's going on. People, let me know. Was this like a random thing or?
Let me type and see if mine don't come up with a number.
Yeah, man, like Jab saying, yeah, it changed. It changed, and he don't know why. Yeah, I ain't got a clue what's going on.
It's treating us like we're Squid Game. Everyone's got a number.
Big up Ali. If you have an at the beginning, it's making you do it. Okay. So if you have an at the beginning of your name, then it's putting numbers at the end.
Why?
Okay. I don't know. This is right. Yeah, YouTube update. Troy saying, I don't know, random, man.
Treating everyone like Squid Games. Everyone's got to need a number. We need a number today, boy.
Green light. You know what I'm saying? That.
Before you bring someone in, do you think you could survive all the way through?
Do you want to know what's crazy, bruv? Yeah, I think the two things that will be the most difficult for me in Squid Games will be that basic diet and shitting in front of people. I think I'd struggle with that more than I would with the actual games.
Oh, okay, fair.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty good at that stuff. Obviously, when your life is on the line, it is a little bit different.
Bro, I don't know what that level of like when you know, right, if I don't complete this game.
Yeah. But generally speaking, I'm kind of good under pressure. Like I'm one of them people, like, you know, if my girl's watching, I win. I'm not one of them people who gets nervous. I bust it up, you know what I mean? Like I kind of thrive under pressure a little bit. So but when your life's on the line, it's totally different, isn't it? So I don't know, bro. I don't know. You know them nighttime. Oh yeah, and the no sleep. That's what I wouldn't be able to deal with either, bro. The no sleep.
That stage when they all going right. Yeah, you can take people
when the lights
out
go out and they start murking each other, bro. Yeah. Crazy. But you know what I mean? I don't know, man. I don't know. Anything that isn't like strength related. Because obviously, as you get older, you need to like keep your strength up. But coordination, things like the cube, you know, like bouncing the ball into like the thing and doing all that. You see, like I'm good at that type of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like coordination, anything where you got to do that. So I'll be interested. I would do it without obviously like the thing. Like I think that would be quite fun to actually just do it for like the fun of it. So obviously you don't die, but you just because they did a game show version on Netflix and it was kind of cool to watch. I think I would have enjoyed that, but we will see.
Cool.
Right. Let's bring in the first caller. Legend. Man like Josh, what's going on, G?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, bruv. I'm on my worst behavior, bruv. That's what I'm doing.
That's
you know?
That's it.
What's good though, G?
I won't gonna take too long. Also, En's first time I've ever been on camera.
I appreciate you. Big up to you, man.
Your AVI trips me out because I see your AVI, then you're on camera. Like that is not the same person. That does not look anything like you. It always trips me out. But no, my thing is this, man. Like, I don't know about you, but you see the Verts transfer. It hasn't sunk in for me. Like, it still hasn't sunk in for me. This is like when we announced Jurgen Klopp as our manager. Like, it took me months for it to really sink in. Like, is Klopp actually our manager? Is Verts actually our player? Like, I'm just so shocked. Like, when this deal went through, I was like, no, it's going to collapse. It's going to collapse. It's going to collapse. It's just typical Liverpool, man. They got our hopes up. It's going to collapse. It's Caicedo 2.0. And then it went through. I'm like, we've got the most talented attacking midfielder since Mesut Ozil was tearing up at Werder Bremen. I don't think people truly understand this. Like, and don't get me wrong, the pressure is on for him. It's not just the price tag; it's the reputation. Yeah. So I appreciate that. It's going to be a difficult season for him individually, but I'm so excited to see him play. Like the things that he was doing at Bayer Leverkusen were just naughty. There's one skill move that he does on someone, right? And you see Grimaldo, they zoom in on his face, and he's just there like he's a crazy footballer. But yeah, listen, I'm someone that's been FSG out for the longest time. I'm not gonna lie to you, boys. I might have to get a framed picture of John W. Henry in my house. I can't lie to you. I gotta turn it back. You know what I mean? You know when famous people pay like internet companies to delete all their history on the internet. It's like one of those things. I've got to delete everything. I'm FFGing all the way from way back then. But no, I'm so like impressed with what the club's done. Like they've really like they've gone above and beyond, and we're not done yet. That's what's crazy. I'm really looking forward to the season, man. Like it's gonna be a mad season. But yeah, man. Like,
yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I mean, before you get John Henry, I'd probably say Hughes. You know, I'll say he's the one truly moving mad because every time we hear a report, Hughes was instrumental in this happening. That's what we're hearing every single time. Hughes picked Slot, Hughes picked Kirkes, Hughes picked Verts. Like he's the one who's actually bringing the. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Hughes is moving. Like now, I see why we brought him in. For the first 12 months, it was like, what were we doing? What were we doing? I actually
wanted Hughes. And at the end of the summer, I looked like such an idiot because I remember me and Nilante, we went back and forth on a thread, and he suggested, is it Phil Mitchell? What's his name again? The bold geezer that was at Monaco and Tottenham. No, Paul Mitchell. Sorry, Paul Mitchell. He suggested Paul Mitchell.
Okay. Right? Yeah, I don't even remember his name. Yeah.
And yeah, I looked like such an idiot. Yeah, at the end of last summer because he didn't do anything really and truly. But now look at this man. Like,
to be fair,
now we know we didn't do anything because of Slot.
Yeah, the gaffer said he didn't want no one like that.
Yeah, the gaffer said he didn't want anyone, which I knew. I had a feeling it just looked too perfect. It didn't look like a fluke. It looked like a man who went, nah, I can run with this team.
Listen,
I can run with this team. Don't waste no money.
I don't know what you eat, but them gut feelings are crazy. I swear. You have some crazy gut feelings. I don't know what your diet is, but it's working wonders.
Yeah. You know, I thought manifestation was just for like princesses in stories, bro, but it seems to be working, bro. So
what you got on the cards? Go on, let us know. What you got on the cards. Go on, give us some spoilers. What's going to happen at the end of this window?
At the end of this window, I truly believe another somewhere between 120 to 170 will be spent between now and the end of the window.
How many players within that? Two.
I think two, and Isak will be one of them. So I have a feeling.
So the second player will be like a low key signing then.
No, because I think we'll get Isak for about 130. So I think that other one will be a defender, whether it be Gahey or whether Gahey decides he wants to more game time when we pivot to a different centre back. I think about 40 mil will be what we pay for a centre back. I can't imagine us going more than 40 for a centre back. So yeah, 130 Isak, 40 mil, so about 170. I reckon we'll spend about another one. You know what? We may go over the 200 mark if Diaz goes, because that's another one. I have no idea what's going on with Diaz, but El Nasir have come back in now. Apparently, they're massively interested. And if they're willing to go as high as 83 million, which is 100 million euros, I think it is. If they go up to 83 mil, I think the club say yeah. Because I don't think the club want to get rid of Diaz. I just think if the money's right, they'll be like, yeah, all right, let's take it.
They kind of spitting in his face because they don't want to get rid of him, but they don't want to pay him either.
Yeah. Which is a liberty. It's actually a liberty.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that.
So yeah, I've got a feeling we will bring in 3 players if Diaz goes, 2 players if Diaz stays. And if Diaz goes, I think it might be Xavi Simons, you know. I don't know why. I just have a feeling that we still want him. Man. Yeah, I have a feeling we still want him, but we don't need him right now. But if Diaz goes, because Simons can play false 9, left wing and 10, you know, Slot and Hughes love a versatile player. Yeah. So, like, for some reason, I just feel like Xavi Simons will be the one if Diaz goes. And I don't know if people will be happy with that or not. I like Xavi Simons. I actually think he's good, but I wouldn't want him to be like the main player. But as a squad member, quality. Do you know what I mean?
For me, I think Xavi Simons, when I've seen him, he's quite overrated. But again, if we get him, I'm not going to be upset by it. He's a talented footballer. People rate him for a reason. So it's just...
Yeah. I remember we still got Gakpo to play left wing. Do you know what I mean? It ain't like we got no left winger. We still got Gakpo. So I've seen a few people saying Fofana. It could be.
Yeah, because Leon got relegated, didn't they? So
yeah, but you know why? You know, the only reason why I don't think it'll be Fofana is because Slot doesn't seem like he wants projects. It feels to me like Slot just wants ready-made players at the moment, and Fofana is a project. Do you get what I mean?
I would prefer to get Brian Zaragoza, but he is a massive project, and Bayern will never do business with us ever again, ever. At least for the next 20 years.
Yeah, they're not.
So I mean, I saw a couple of people saying, what about Gordon? We can't raid Newcastle and take both. Then they're not gonna let us have both. You know what I mean? And if we're rocking up to Newcastle, we're leaving with Isak. So
yeah, I think Isak is the priority, and then I think if you can sneak Gordon out the door as well, then we'll take him.
Yeah, but can you imagine how much money we'd have to spend to take Gordon and Isak?
Yeah, and I wouldn't spend loads of money on it. I think
they'd want 210 mil for both of those, I reckon.
Yeah, so
that's too much.
That's too much. Nah.
I wouldn't pay more than 60 for Gordon. Maybe
65. I reckon they'd want 80, bro.
I'd say 50, bro.
Nah, not 80. He's not an £80 million player.
50 max.
No. He's a 40 mil player. He's a 40 mil player. 100%. All right, Eze, you lot know I've wanted Eze for time. So
before I jump out, I will say this though: if Klopp was still our manager, I think Gordon would absolutely cook under Klopp. Not under Slot, but he will cook under Klopp because Klopp had liked his wingers to be very direct. What say one about Gordon? He may not be the most gifted footballer, the most most skilled footballer, but he knows when to release the ball. Him and Isak link up very well. That's the thing. So if Klopp was still here, I think Gordon would cook. And I would actually do the swap, get rid of Diaz to bring in Gordon if Klopp was our manager, but not at this state of things, if that makes sense.
Yeah. No. 100%, bro. I agree. So yeah, I paused the timer because obviously I was talking over your time, G.
Oh no, it's cool, man. Listen, gentlemen, thank you for having me on as always. It's always a pleasure to talk to you guys.
Yeah,
shame Matt weren't here because I wanted to talk to him about his horrendous John Jones prop. But listen, big up to the chat. Like the video. I'm out, gentlemen.
Big up,
love G. Big up, man. Big up as always, man. Peace.
And said horrendous Matt take, you know.
No, big up Josh, man. Absolute
well
said,
legend. Though, man. I think he made a great point about the Gordon thing because I'm not a fan of him like that. But I think he made a great point is if it was under Klopp, it would probably work because the way Klopp wanted our wingers to play. But under on a Slot, nah, I would not swap. I wouldn't swap Diaz for him. No way.
No. Because he's underrated in his pressing. Gordon is good at pressing. He's got that pace as well. Yeah, Josh is right. He probably would have cooked under because we would have gone back to that like rapid counter transition type of play. Do you know what I mean? That we used to do under Klopp. So he would have cooked. But no, I think Slot probably wants a little bit more of a technical player to play out wide. And that's probably, you know what? That's why we can't even rule out like Liao and players like that because they are very technical. Like Slot might look at them and think, I can work with you. I can get, you know what I mean? I can get the best out of you. I mean, I think Liao, if you can get him consistent, he's definitely one of the most talented wingers in world football. That's a fact. It's just, can you get him consistent? You know what I mean?
And he made a great point at the start as well when he said, I can't believe that we signed Florian Wirtz. And it seems unreal, innit? Because even when he was saying it, I was like, no, well, we had signed him. But then now I'm thinking about it. He ain't actually played yet. He ain't even trained yet. So is he actually up for it? Nah, he's crazy. Nah, for real. I can't wait to see what he can do, man. What he's going to do in his team.
You know what? This might sound like a really stupid thing to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. Is there a possibility that the club don't go for Isak purely to not overpower the Wirtz signing?
Nah. He still would go. He wants. I think your point was right. He wants ready-made, bro.
Yeah.
He wants.
Like I'm just thinking that when you cook your first 100 mil player, do you then go and overshadow it straight away? That's the only. That's the only thing negative that I feel about going for Isak. I'm like, do they want Wirtz to be the marquee signing, and are they thinking anyone who goes above that obviously like diminishes Wirtz a little bit? That's the only negative I can think, but other than that.
From the business side, potentially, but that's not what Arne Slot would be thinking about. He'd be thinking about, I need the best in my team to go and win trophies. That's why he'd be like, can I get one of the best strikers in the world in my team? I don't care about the finances side. Just get him in it. Can we get him? Yeah, all right, get him. Because I need one. And then you got Florian Wirtz already there. I don't think he'll be worried about that. Honestly.
Yeah, no, that's true. The bigger Ali's got a point as well. It'll help take the pressure off Wirtz if we've got another world-class Donny as well. So that means that it's not just all on Verts. That's true. And obviously Salah will be taking a lot of that pressure off as well. So yeah, nah, for real. You know what, bro? Before I bring in the next caller, what do you think has truly changed? Why FSG and the ownership now are just like, nah, fuck it, let's do this now. Do you think it was the wilderness? Do you think it was falling away when we had to rebuild the midfield and that coming as like a shock to the system? Do you think it's fed up of all the times where we don't win and we like 3 times runner up and like, what do you think? What do you think it is that's just completely changed all of a sudden? Is it Hughes? Is it literally just Hughes?
No, I think probably obviously getting Edwards back in and him probably like taking care of the football inside of business for Liverpool. Also getting Hughes in. I think them being on the parade as well, seeing how much it means to the people in the city. And also I think it's as well, they looked at when we last won the Champions League, Premier League, and we didn't do business, then we had to do so much work to get ourselves back to the top. So now they're probably going, actually, it makes more sense if we build from when we were in that position of strength. And then now we can just add little bits. So we don't have to spend crazy money now over the next few years. We can just add 1 or 2, 1 or 2, 1 or 2. Instead of now, and like when we had to rebuild the midfield, we had to get 4 midfielders in one window. Now we've already had to sign 3. That your window shouldn't always be like that when you're signing 3, 4, 5 players in one window. It should be that you've got a balanced squad. You add each year to it what you need, and then you're never in a position where you're. And I think that's the mistake they've probably rectified. And I think having Edwards taking care of the football inside is probably going, I think this is the way we need to do business. Get rid of the players we don't need, get in the players we need from now. Now we're in a good position. So next season now, you probably look at it. Say we go and do the great business we need to go and do, right? The following season, you're like, right, what would we need to go and change? Probably we know Salah will be in his last year, Virgil will be in his last year after the end of next season, right? So probably we're looking at, all right, if they're not going to stay on and they're going to go elsewhere in the future, who's the next best centre-back we can get in now, getting him ready to take over from Virgil? Who's the next best right winger we can get in the world now that can take over from Mo? Instead of going like, we're going to leave it now for the next 2 windows. Then you have to worry about Virgil. Then you have to worry about Mo. Then you have to worry about Robbo. Then you have to worry about Alisson. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just continuous craziness. So I think it's just a bit of everything, bro, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I heard that. You know what? I don't even think you're wrong. I saw a couple of people in the chat set as well. For real, I think Henry was at that parade and he probably thought, I can't believe I own this club. What the hell is this? This is a whole nother level. And I bet when he got home, his wife was like, yeah, babe, I want to do that every year,
Trust.
I want to do like Linda was like, I want to do that every year. That was spectacular. I want to do that every year. Whatever it is we need to do to make sure that we're here every year, do it. It must have had something to do with it. For real. Being on that, if you own Liverpool and you're on that bus and you're seeing 1.5 million people in the street just for a parade, bro, that must have given him a whole different insight into just how great we actually are. Just being there on the bus and just taking it all in. It must have.
And it's a guesswork, bro. I believe there was probably more than that. I think that's just based on guesswork. They're probably like, right, based it off of the averages of maybe restaurant numbers, whatever, parking number, whatever they've done. I think it was way more. We were there, but we saw how crazy it was and how mad it was and how great it was at the same time. I think, they probably was on that bus going, in the rain, we're getting 1.5 million.
Do you know what I'm saying? Imagine if it was a beautiful sunny day. More people would have probably shown out for real, bro.
Bro, and the fans that obviously are abroad and they don't get a chance to really come and experience that unless they book it well in advance and playing guesswork. Like, imagine being able to get them across. Man, it would have been mental. It would have been mental. Nah, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah, it must have had something to do with it for real. It must have. But yeah, let's move on. Let's bring in the next caller. Little bit of a. Can you hear me, bro? Little bit of a bad connection, but.
Yo, I can hear you. What's happening?
Yeah. What's good, G? What's good? Little dodgy on our end, but I can hear you though, bro. What's good though, man?
How you doing, Drifty? How you doing, Ends? First of all,
Big up, man. Big up, bro.
Big up, man. Big up, G.
I just wanted to ask, what do you lot think about the Konate situation? Do you think that we should keep hold of him? For me, I think we should keep hold of him, and I think we should keep hold of him, try and retain the league, try and get the Champions League, maybe a FA Cup or something, and then worst come to worst, you let him go next season, and I'll replace him with someone like a superstar kind of player, centre back like Slotterbeck or what's his name, Bastoni. I know some fans might think that we should maybe cash in because obviously you've heard some rumors. Obviously, I haven't heard it from him, but we have rumors that Real Madrid and PSG are circulating. So I just wanted to know what both of you think about that situation.
For me, bro, I think I'm split. I'm actually split because I'm like, I don't want to lose him on a free, and I don't want to bring up Trent's name, but this is one of the reasons why we was like, look, this guy wanted to leave on a free and left us in the dumps kind of thing. So I'm kind of split. In terms of the finances side, I'm like, no, if he wants to leave and you know that's a fact and there's no room of him staying, business-wise, you're like, sell him, get some money, replace him. But then I'm like, but would I rather go and win another league? And I know he's going to massively help and be a part of that. So for me personally, bro, I don't know. I'm actually split down the middle what I would end up doing.
In that ideal world, I'd rather him stay. Obviously, Liverpool just offer him the money in it, or offer him like 180. Because for me, he's on 70. He should be on double that already, minimum. And at the minute, are you going to get someone better than him right at this minute? That's the only reason I wouldn't. Worst comes to worst, I wouldn't sell him. I'd rather keep him, let him go for a free. It looks like we're going to get Mark Gay, who's going to replace Kwanzaa, and then you go and get someone to replace him. They've got a year, Hughes and Edwards, and that they've got a year to try and look at someone or try and work on someone like how they did with Wirtz. What do you think, Drew?
Do you know what? I agree with you. I actually agree with you. I think it's like, as much as I don't want to watch another one of our players leave for free, and it would be annoying, and it kind of sounds like we're being a little bit contradictory because we literally were saying the opposite about Trent to what we're saying about Ibn now. So it seems like we're contradicting ourselves. But I think going through what we went through with Trent is also what's making us feel this way as well, right? Like we have the hindsight now of winning the league, and we're like, look, it is what it is. He wanted to go, he's gone, but at least he helped us to win the league. I don't think the situation with Ibu is anywhere near as strong in terms of the want to leave. I think Trent had just made his mind up from a very long time ago, and it didn't matter what we did. He was always going to go. I think Ibu is probably on one of those like, look, if I'm not going to be given what I'm worth, PSG or Real Madrid is a fabulous next step in my career. But if Liverpool give me what I want, I love this place. Like, you know what I mean? And again, you shouldn't read into things too much because you never know. But his body language, his attitude, everything about Ibu screams, I love being at Liverpool. What the things he says, everything. I just think he wants to be paid what he's owed. He's on 85 grand a week.
Yeah, similar to Diaz as well. So, but
I mean, both of them are criminally underpaid.
100%.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm gonna be. People might say that I'm being a bit overly positive on this one. I'm gonna take his attitude into account, and I'm gonna say Ibu stays. I'm hoping Edwards has looked around the world and he's realized there are not many players who can replace Ibu. There's not many. I reckon he's probably top 5 in the world. Me personally, I don't know if you guys agree or not, but I don't think, like Bastoni, for example. What does Bastoni look like in the Premier League in a back 4? He's used to being in a back 3 in Italy. It could take, do you know what I mean, a lot of adapting for him. Do you know what I mean?
You'd have to shift Virgil as well because he would have to play on the left-hand side, so Virgil would have to play on the right.
Yeah, Virgil would have to play. Schlotterbeck's coming back from an ACL.
Yeah, no, he needs a bit. Yeah. The only reason I thought of those two because there's not many. There's not many that I like.
Yeah, no, them two are top talents, bro. So you pick top talent, but there's still a massive risk with both of those. You know what I mean? The adaptation for Bastoni, and will Schlotterbeck be the same after his injury? So I don't know who else there is in the world apart from the obvious people like Rudiger. Then obviously you got the Arsenal centre backs. Like, there's not many centre backs in the world, you know, that are of that like high level. Like, so I think we got to keep Ibu, man. I say give Ibu 180 to 200 grand a week. Keep him happy. 5-year deal. He's 26, I think, in the
Yeah,
prime of his
you need
life.
to give him what he needs, innit? Give him what he
Give
wants.
him what he needs, bro.
If
Give him
he
what he
don't
wants,
want-
man.
If we offer him that and he don't want it, then what?
I think he'll take it. I don't.
Yeah, I think he
Obviously, a lot
takes.
of the time,
Yeah,
I see players, the agents be in their ear, because you saw that with Caicedo. Really, he looked like he might have potentially might have went to Liverpool. His agent kind of looking for the where can you get the most money? Where can you get the most money? So, what would you not do if we offered that and Konate said no? Would you just be like, cool, get rid of him and get someone else?
You know what?
I like to
It
think he would stay if we offered him that, but let's just say hypothetically that
what? So you mean like if we offered him that before the summer finished? So like we knew he'd rejected the contract that like in the middle of July, say for example.
Yeah.
Oh.
if he rejects before the window's done, I'd probably say sell him. Because
but who do you bring in this?
I know.
I would keep him still. Like I said,
no. Here's the problem though that you have. If a player tells you he doesn't want to be here,
no. He didn't say he didn't want to be here. He just rejects the contract.
No, but if he's asking for a certain amount, like 200, if it's 200 and he says no, then I don't know what you want now, bro. Like,
let's say he said, I just want to see out my contract and go for a new adventure.
You're like to
then
think
I'll tell him.
Then I'll tell him. At least see out the end of your contract, be professional. You're still under contract at Liverpool, and just try and go out with a bang and try and win as much things as you can, retain the league.
I'll tell him, bro. If he says he wants to leave and he's gonna see it, nah, thanks, bro. But
then who you gonna get ends?
We would have to find a solution, bro. We'd have to. I don't have it. I couldn't give you a name that I go right. That it's not gonna cost us a bit more. I don't know what we would get for him in the current market with a year left. I think there's so many spinning plates. I would have to. If he does say no, who's gonna come in for him? What kind of money we'll get, and then who's then out there that we could get to replace him. But I can't have players that don't want to be in the team, bro. I don't like that in the first. But if you don't want to be here, you're not gonna give your all. And yeah, I'm not here for that. You need players that want to be here. I want players like Kirk is, bro. Right now, the brother just finished his party and he's posting
players like Spring.
Of
course, you got players that want to be here. No, I hear it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'd probably keep him, you know.
Yeah,
I probably would. I know it's a contradiction to the whole Trent situation.
Yeah, it's true.
But I think I would keep him. We need to retain his title and win the Champions League next year. I don't want anything getting in the way of it. I don't. I know. I see Luke Caber in the chat. Luke Caber is a good player. That he's one we could. But I don't think any of these guys like that partnership Virgil and Ibu have as well.
Yeah,
it ain't even just about Ibu. It's about the partnership. Do you know what I mean?
The thing with Ibu, though, what I want him to be able to do in terms of grow, in terms of his game, is I want him to be able to lead the line when Virgil's not playing. Because a lot of the time when he does play, sometimes I don't know if it's because he's playing with someone maybe not at the same level, or is like sometimes performances drop a little bit. That's the only thing I would like to show, that he can show that leadership.
I hear you, G. I hear you. But no, big up, bro, for jumping. Is it your debut, or have you jumped on before when on the show?
Debut.
No, big up yourself, G. Big up, man.
Big up to you, man.
Yeah, no, big up, man. Big up, man. Hopefully you jump again, bro.
No, cool, first of many. Pleasure, boys.
Yeah, man. All right, G. Love, man. Big up, bro.
Cool.
It's one of those ones, Drift, man. You got like if he's saying he doesn't want a new deal and he wants to see, we gotta let these men go, bro. We'll find a way to get. But I do agree, like obviously he makes the team better. But I haven't seen him give any indication that he doesn't want to be here. I think like he just wants to be paid what he believes he should be paid. And I believe if it's 200, I think 200, maybe 210. I think that's calm, bro. Like, and you're right. You look out there, there is good defenders out there, but they're just names until they come into the team and do what we believe they can do. We know Ibu can do it. He's won the Premier League. We've seen what he can do in the Prem. So, yeah, unless you're giving me guarantees, then no. But if he doesn't want to be here, bro, I can't deal with players that don't want to run for this badge, bro. Nah, I can't deal with that.
I hear that. We had a super say that I totally forgot about, from honesty. Big up yourself. Drifty or Dean, who wins in a 1-versus-1 in footy?
The honesty is a criminal for this, you know.
Who's Dean?
From Famzone. So you know, Dean, he does these.
Oh,
little
Dean.
Yeah,
Who wins in a 1-on-1 in footy?
yeah.
Boy, if you want me to play football ever again, I'm gonna need to A, get back to full health, B, have 6 months worth of training, and then we'll go from there.
Nah,
We'll
they're
go.
backing you in the chat and said Dean's horrific.
Oh, is he? I know that. No, but you know what? Because of my current health situation, I'm horrific as well at the moment, bro.
Yeah.
So, do you know what I mean? So I don't know. But these lot always trying to pit us against each other, innit?
Always. Honestly, that was
Yeah, I
dark
mean.
still. Rah.
But yeah, nah, the Ibu thing, yeah. Do you know the one thing that's gonna really annoy me, bro? Is we just got over the whole stuff with the contracts before. I don't want another one hanging over the season again. Do you know what I mean? From another important player, like get it done in the summertime, man. Don't let this drag out.
No, facts. But I think we have to like sign players up like Ibu to show that Liverpool moving in the right direction and showing strength. Because I feel like if you lose him at the back door, another one of your talented players, I feel like even with all the great work we're doing in the transfer window, it still feels like we're moving like a small club in it. Like, because the big clubs make sure they keep their top talents. They don't really like let them just go on a free all the time. I know there's been a few over the last few years where they're just leaving on a free. But I think for us to show like, nah, we are back to where we need to be. Like no other team's gonna take us for mugs no more. You have to give Ibu the contract, let him stay here, and then keep building and making this team strong. I think it just shows a bit of weakness if we let him go on a free again. I can't deal with that.
Yeah, I agree. And I think if Mo and Virgil leave, we don't get players like Verts. He wants to come and play with those players. Do you get what I'm saying? And that's how we look like. It's crazy because Trent was one of our superstars, right? But it's so weird how everyone's kind of accepted. When you go Madrid, it isn't really a slight on you. So him leaving didn't really make the team look bad, if you get what I mean. Because Real Madrid are like that one club, innit, where they're like, everyone wants to play for Real Madrid. So if you leave for Real Madrid, it doesn't make you look bad. If Trent had gone Bayern Munich or PSG or something, it would have looked bad. It would have really been like, raw. Liverpool couldn't even hold on to their player. But Real Madrid, you know, is just a glitz of glamour and all that crap. So, you know what I mean? Right. Let's move on to the next person. Yes, G. Wagwan.
Wagwan, GFT. Wagwan and speaker.
Yeah, man. What's good, G? What's good?
Give me 1 second. Let me shut the door. Sorry, bro. One second. Let me just shut the door. I hear my daughter upstairs playing music. So yeah.
No worries.
What's going on?
No
I don't want to get you man's copyright and all that. You cool?
Yeah, all good, man. Big up to you, bro.
What's good, though, man? Talk to me, G. What do you want to talk about, bro?
But to be fair, bro, the last caller, big up, it kind of stole what I was going to say. So.
Oh, the Ibu stuff.
He's lagging, I think. You're lagging a bit, bro. I don't know if you can hear us.
So your kind of, what would be your kind of maximum then? Yeah.
You was lagging a bit there, bro.
Yeah, you're lagging a bit, G.
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Say something else again, bro.
Is that any better?
Yeah. That's a bit better, yeah.
All right, cool. Tell you so I just, like I said, it was kind of asking about everything. But what would be used to's maximum that you kind of offer Ibu then?
If I'm being totally honest with you, bro, maximum, without me thinking the club was stupid, 220.
Yeah, so because I was kind of like, I didn't realize that he was on so little, and when I kind of watched the streams a couple of days ago, so I'm kind of the same. I was thinking maybe like 180s. I was watching a couple of streams the other day, and people saying like 180s and stuff. But I think for me, yeah, I think maximum 220s, because when you put him with all the other defenders, like it's pretty much been said. Yeah, everything. You've got to, and En said it a minute ago, you've got to really think about it. Just like the Mo thing, like at this time, really, is it worth it? Like, I don't want to go over what you've just said a minute ago, because is it really worth it? For me, I think personally, I would, if he said, if we offered him 220 and he said no, then I think it would be like, look, And I personally, I don't see it as the same Trent thing. I'd be not happy, but I'd be cool if he said, I'll give you this year because we've got the World Cup coming up. He definitely wants to play, shine and make sure he starts in the World Cup. Give us this year, and you know what? Go, man. It is what it is. Like, I can't remember what we paid for him, but I think this day and age, bro, we've got to kind of get used to the fact that players are going to want to go on a free, man. It's a big thing now. Like players are doing it and they're getting a lot of money. And Real Madrid, I know they're the you-know-whats. I'm not going to cuss out, but yeah, it is what it is. But again, football has moved on, and this is another thing. Drifty, I know, I'm not sure how old you are, Enz, but Drifty, I know you're the same age as me, so right about the same age as me, and football has moved on so much in the years, and this is another thing that we've really got to think about. Players just want to go on a free sometimes, and the Trent thing for me is a different thing. I don't want to talk about it again, but if Ibu left on a free, if he went to Madrid, I don't think he'd actually go to Madrid because I think he knows all the Trent thing that happened. If we went to PSG on a free and we won the league next year with the Champions League, cool, man. It is what it is. Like, so.
Do you know what? I want to give you a point. Big up to Zubir, who made a point in saying that we need to fix, and I think as a club, we need to stop letting our players run out their contract down. I think that's a massive negative. He said we should look at, similar to what Chelsea do. They saw that, Cole Palmer had a great season. Instead of waiting, they were like, no, we're giving you a new deal now. Bump him up. So then you don't have a massive disparity in terms of you're not jumping from 70 to 220. If we had already, I don't know, maybe 2 years in his deal, go, all right, cool, we'll see what you're about. We see the potential, bump him up to 120. So then from 120 to 220, you're like, there's not a massive, massive jump. And even if then he has another great year, you can bump it up another 20 grand. It doesn't mean you need to keep giving him 5-year deals, but you can keep give him an extra year or an extra 2 years.
I hear that. So then this might be a thing, though.
We need to fix that, man. It's mad. Letting these players run down.
But also, do you think maybe because of the regime we've now got in place, this might be a thing that they're like, listen, and the Trent thing's a massive thing, and the Mo and the Van Dijk, we were lucky with that. Van Dijk and Mo both wanted to stay, and we got them tied down and what have you. But maybe the Trent thing has made it. And listen, let's be completely honest, man. 18 months ago, the football club was not running how it's running now. And I've watched Kopish for a long time, and I have not been FSG in, but if they pull off what they're going to pull off, hopefully, fingers crossed this summer, listen, I'll have to put my hands up and say, listen, they've turned it. You can't sit there and cuss them off. Like, my brother, my little bro, has been on FSG and been bigging them up for years to come. And fair play, he's the one sitting there going to me, look, bro, look what's happened now. Like, one of the main reasons Verts came to Liverpool was because of the training ground we got in place and all this kind of stuff that has been going on through the years. And I've cost them us. And if they pull this off and we go on for the next 3, 4, 5 years and win the league, hands up, I'm a big man. I'll say I'm sorry. Fine, what it is, what it is. Like, So
no, I agree with you. I agree with you, bro. Like, I, you know what I mean? There's no shame in my game, bro. If I got to apologize, I got to apologize. I already apologized to Hughes. He's moving different. You know what I mean? We were on his case all year. Look at the way he's moving. And it's true. I don't know if I would go as far as to say FSG in from one window. Because I didn't say that, Drift. I didn't say that, Drift. I didn't say that. I'm not out here like Cal, bro. I'm not out here FSG till I die. No, I hear you. But I'm even thinking like myself, like, because I've been thinking about it. I was like, would I be FSG in if they get Isak to finish off this year? And I thought, no, I would need to still have a little bit more time to know whether it's a one-off. Because if they did that and then we went 3 years and we neglected the squad again, it would have been like, what was the point in moving like that? And so I'd need one more year.
Yeah, I hear you. But if they did pull off the Isak and we did win the Champions League and Premier League and then the Premier League next year, or even, let's say we've done a double next year and then like one of the big boys for the next couple of years, not even doubles, you kind of got to say, you know what? Yeah, you got to look at the trophies in the cabinet at the end of the day. So the proof's in the pudding, man. We just got to wait and see, really, haven't we? So
I perfectly put from A124. I'd be 1 foot in. That's the perfect. If we get Isak, I'm 1 foot FSG in, 1 foot. You know what I mean? Literally, it'll be like, which way am I going? Which way am I going?
So just to throw a little bit of spanner in the works. To be fair, most of the success, if not all the success we've had, it's down to them, right? Because they're the top of the chain. They're the ones that got everyone in place and put the people in place for us. So we have
I
to.
don't know about that, G. I don't know about all that, bro.
listen, Drift, they'll be in a position to stand there, yeah, if they pull off the Isak like in a bloody Gladiator arena and say to us fans of what, you're not entertained. You're not entertained with what I'm doing. Like, so, you know, like at the end of the day, the proof's in the pudding, man. Let's see what happens. But the way they're moving, like, and we've got people that we've gone up against for the years, and there's still charges that we're waiting to find out Wagwan with that. So the way we've moved and the way we've done it, this club moves absolutely differently. Drifty, I remember I saw you like on the before the parade. We had 1.5 million people, man. This club moves absolutely mad. And so, listen, I'm just proud to be a part of this, man. I'm proud that my daughters are a part of this. I'm proud that I'm watching you, man, and that. So big up, man. I'm not gonna keep you, man.
No. Love is always you, man. Big up, man. How did you get there? Because that was mad.
Listen, we were on the same train up there, yeah, and we were on a train that broke down on the way before rugby, innit?
Yeah.
Because we were the ones causing all the madness on that train. It was a madness. Broke down, got there, and on the way back, we were standing in the crowd too. Because when I was watching the show afterwards, and Matt was talking about the barrier that got lifted up. Yeah, we were like literally behind that. We ended up jumping on a bus and going to Runcorn, and we got an absolute touch, bro. I thought we missed the train, and we got there within 10-15 minutes. There was an express train going to Euston, 3 stops, and we were there. And my brother saw you-mans jumping in the cab when we were at Euston, but I don't know how you-mans got back. So we got
they finally let us through like cattle. Eventually held the train for us. Then had another train at what was it? Was it Birmingham? So we had to do another change after Liverpool, but eventually we got back. Yeah.
Because like everyone, I didn't even know about their madness until my brethren called me, because I was getting WhatsApp calls, but I couldn't open it up because we had no internet. My brethren finally called me, and he was like, "Brother, you okay?" He told me what happened. Then I made the decision, said to my brothers and my cousin and my nephew and that, listen, let's just get. We were standing there, brother, and a bus turned up, and I was like, Runcorn, jump on that. I know that's on the way. So we we got. I think it was like 3 or 4 stops, bruv. Express, bruv. There was like hardly any people on the carriage, bruv. We slept half the way back. One train back. Okay. Got an absolute touch. But listen, I was just glad I was there, man. So yeah, man.
Yeah, no, it was good, man. It was good. But big up yourself, bro. Hopefully see you next Call-In show, man.
Keep up the good work, man. I see you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that, bro.
Big up the family. Big up the Kopish.
Big up, man. Big up.
Peace, man. Peace.
Great call there. Yeah, when we bucked on the way up there, it was mad. It was crazy.
You know what? You guys, I don't know. You guys did the craziness to get about, man. I'm not gonna share what I did in it, because I think I'm gonna keep that one silent so I can make my life easy when I travel. Because I can't do what you guys have to go through.
There was a point where we almost went Manchester. And to do like we could get a cab from Manchester. Like, bruv, it was crazy, bruv. It was crazy.
Nah, do you know I'll tell you what, I literally stayed in Manchester the night before, and then I booked somewhere where I could park the car. And then it was one from where that is, it was one stop. The train station's outside, is one stop to the city centre. And then it's like a 15-20 minute walk back to the car, and then I just drove home. Like, I didn't have to do none of what I see. You man was stressed out. Matt told me man was planning to sleep there.
Yeah, no, bro, I swear down. You see, when we win the league next year, or the Champions League, whichever one. Next time, I'm either getting a minibus, so we all just roll. We ain't got to worry about public transport at all, or I'm staying the night before and the night of. So I actually be in Liverpool for 3 days, 2 nights. If I'm not doing that, I'm not going. I'll watch it on TV.
And as I said, bro, the right time is now, guys, because right now the prices are low as hell. But if you try and do it close to the time, mental.
Well, like, I can't remember. Big up, was his name David, I think, or Dean? Someone earlier said, "Yeah, we signed Issa. I'm booking a hotel now."
Yeah, trust.
Guys, but here's the thing: you won't know whether to book the 26th of May or the 2nd of June, because it will depend whether we're in the Champions League final or not. So you won't actually know what weekend. I mean, if you can get your money back, if you can do one of those,
there's ones you can book and say, like, if you cancel reservation.
If you do that, then you can,
might as well do that, bro. Just book both, and then like what you just cancel one that you know what I mean. That's the plan. I promise you, that's the plan. I ain't trying to do no crazy.
But Fraser said, "I'll book the whole month." You know, I ain't moving differently, bro. That's like some shake business. Them type of peas there, G. Man's just gonna book the hotel for a whole month. Right, Jordan said FSG gang, you know. Yo.
That's what I'm saying. It's mad, bro. Yeah. I respect it.
Yeah, like I said, I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out if they get Isak, and then we see what gone. Oh yeah, that's it. It was there. It was Danny. Yeah, he say he's gonna get the hotel with by Isak. But yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting. Let me just reset this timer. Right, next caller. Yes, bro. Big up yourself, man.
Big up, man.
Big up, Drifty. Big up, Vince.
Big up,
How you
man.
doing, bro? How you doing, man? Talk to me.
All
bro.
good,
What
all
you wanna talk about, G?
I got 2 points. See, he spoke about why FSG is spending now or not. See, I think because now the value was bigger than Boston Red Sox. Now Liverpool value was 5.4 billion. Boston Red Sox value was 4.5 billion. The value was reduced. They are seeing like, see, yes, this is the right opportunity to spend. And one more thing, they wanted to sell the club last year. They tried, but therefore they didn't sell. That's my point of view was they are coming that way. See, if Liverpool staying top, when we go out, we can go with big money. They are thinking like a pure American businessman. And one more thing.
So you think they're making the squad more valuable so they can sell it and get and
Yes.
maximize the profit? Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
And one more thing, you can see that Lakers sold for 10 billion. In NBA, Lakers sold for 10 billion. And
Bruh.
we brought words before that, 2 days before, Boston Red Sox sold 285 million pound value player. They traded him. After that, we brought words. And the Boston Red Sox fans was absolutely furious. Absolutely furious about the FSG.
So it's crazy because baseball's their first love, but they don't seem to be doing what the Boston Red Sox. Like it's weird, isn't it? It's like, why are they always annoyed with them? It's really strange. I don't know.
Because Drifty, Champions League gives FSG more money, not Premier League. Champions League gives more money. Once if you consistently hit semi-finals, finals or quarter-finals, or we hit Champions League, they will get more money than Premier League money. And Boston Red Sox value was now different. They are not the team now. They are not the prime team now. And Liverpool are now prime team. What they're seeing was Slot came in. He didn't sign. He win with Chiesa. Now what they thinking was, yes, there is a good coach is there. We spend and FSG won't spend like this next year or 2 years. They will spend like this in every 3 years or 2 years. That's it. They won't spend like this again. I'm not surprised about this. I told my father, he's a Man United fan, by the way. I told my father that we will spend money. We will spend money.
What did he say when you told him?
After won the league, he didn't spoke with me for 10 days. He didn't spoke with me for 10 days. He's seen the glory days, Drifty. He's seen the glory days. He's seen the 90s. My father was born in 1965. He's seen the glory days of United. I seen the shithead days of Liverpool. I seen Martin Skirtle, Seko, Danny Lager, Johnson, Glenn Johnson. I seen some very, very shit teams at Liverpool. That's why he didn't spoke with me also for 10 days. And he gave me, I won the bet also for, he told that he won't match 20 league titles. That's why we broke it. That's happy for me. That's why I coming from the business point of view. I think FSG are going purely business. It is not surprise for me, and I think they will do it. They will do it another year or another 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Once it reaches to 7-8 billion, then they will pull the plug. I think that then they will pull the plug.
Okay. Interesting.
No, it's a great point. To be fair, I weren't thinking
Mm.
that they're trying to make the team better so they can sell it. At this point, I was just like, they'll never go. That's the way I feel. I feel like they're just like, this makes them so much money. They're just chilling. Like, nah,
Yeah.
what's the point of selling?
But I mean, the only thing that could be a bit difficult about that in terms of like, because it makes perfect sense. But if they get to a point where the club is worth a tremendous amount, it's harder to find a buyer though. That's the problem. Do you know what I mean? Like, say the club does go up to like 7-8 billion in value. Where do you find a buyer?
50, there are. See, Rob Walter is a Chelsea owner, co-owner of Chelsea also. He bought for a 10 million Lakers. He's also a owner for Los Angeles Dodgers. Baseball teams. Baseball owners, they can buy. And Sheikhs also. See, Liverpool got some pull. People think Liverpool won't sell. There will be buyers. I will be not surprised if Liverpool will be sold for 7 to 8 billion. I will be not surprised.
Yeah,
I will
well,
be
you
not
know what,
surprised.
bro? You'll have to if we get sold at some point in the future, jump back on so you can be like, I told you, look, I told you. You know what I'm saying?
Big up Drifty, big up wins. And road to 5.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No. Big up yourself, bro. Great call, man.
Big up,
Man.
Great.
Hopefully
Thank
see
you.
you again, man.
Appreciate
Big up,
you.
G. Big up, bro. Now, great call, man. You know, and he made some points for real, like you said, bro. That we haven't, a little bit extra food for thought. Could it be that they realize now the club's worth more than Boston, so now they're putting more effort into us because we are their prize asset? Boston was always their prime thing before. Maybe we are now, bro. Maybe,
because I do remember like a couple of seasons back, there was that conversation around them giving like big contracts to their players at Boston Red Sox, and then we were like, so what is that? Why you're not spending no money here? So maybe the Red Sox fans are feeling it now. Now we're getting the love, and they're not getting that love, and now they're just crashing out. Maybe that's what it is as well. Like, I mean, we don't care about them. We don't care about Boston Red Sox. We care about Liverpool Football Club. We want the best for our club. So yeah, we were looking like sideways. Like, why are you guys giving these man some big boy contracts? We're struggling for players in our team. You're trying to get us these deadwood players. You're not trying to get us proper players. Now I think they're feeling the same thing. They got rid of one of their stars, and we got a star. I mean, it's a fair trade, isn't it? Fair trade for us, man. We're good.
All right, so Ed, let me ask you a question. What do you pay £8 billion for a football team for?
I don't know, bro. I don't. Just for the love of it.
It is so much money, yeah. Like, what is your intentions when you spend that much money to buy a football club?
If you're gonna do that, you might as well just fully invest in the team. Just go and get every best player in the world and throw them in there. But if you're gonna spend that kind of money, it must be for the love of the game, bro. Can't be for what? You're gonna make an extra what? Where do you think we're gonna go?
Because you'll never make profit ever.
I say, okay, say they do, and 2 billion is 2 billion, innit? Like, say they make it up to 10 billion. Like, I'm just like, I know you put in all that effort just for like big boy money, so I'm making it sound like it's not, but extra 2 billion is mental amount of money. But you put 8 billion in just to make the 2. Unless you just like, oh, it's an investment, I don't mind, I've got a spare 8 billion. Let's go and make a profit. Let's go and find a way to make a profit, maybe, or just the love of the game. Maybe you're a massive Liverpool fan, you just want, it's like, I can buy it.
It has to be you're a fan, innit? It has to be you're a fan. I think I remember, I can't remember the name of that Indian businessman who was going to buy us a few years back. And he's an actual Liverpool fan.
Yeah.
You see, like, that can be the only reason, right? That, like, you don't even care about loss because you just love the club so much. You're like, right, I can own Liverpool. Fuck it.
And I want to buy the best players.
8 billion is crazy investment.
Yeah, you'd rather like buy it for what they bought us for, which was around 300 million, and then now we're worth 5 to 6 billion. Rather do that, innit? Than 8 billion and just to make like 2 billion.
I'm not even gonna lie, and sometimes I think to myself, that level of profit must be insane to be sitting.
Yeah, trust.
Like, imagine paying 350 for a club that's now worth 5 billion.
Yeah,
like, he must be, every time he's brushing his teeth, he must just do the Birdman, because rubbing your hands together with joy, bro. Like, how much have I made profit? Oh shit.
Nah, you know how
Crazy.
mad it is, because if any moment things happen where they have to crack, like it's just like rise, gone downhill, like just sell Liverpool, and that's 5 billion there already.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You
Like,
know what I mean? Little hard times. We
yeah,
say
I'm
Liverpool's basically like when you've got that gold chops in the drawer and you're like, yeah, if I really fall on hard times, I can just go and pawn that. You know what I'm saying?
Sell
Like,
it. That must be, bro, because they're just chilling. But now I think they're a bit more in love with the club, innit? I think they just want to make sure we're at the top again, and it looks like they want us to stay there. But he made a great point, though. That call, he made a great point.
yeah. And you know the other good point that he made, which I've said before, we can't expect this every year.
Yeah,
Moving like this isn't sustainable every year. So he was right. Every 2 or 3 years, I think we do this. I think because remember we went big on the midfield. I know we had to, but it was only 2 years ago we went big on the midfield. And then when was the last time we went big before that? Would have probably been the Alisson,
Virgil,
Van Dijk, Flacco,
all them, man.
which was about 4 years before that. So it wasn't exactly every 2 to 3 years, but like, you know what I mean? Still like that kind of, yeah. So I think after this, next year, we won't go ham.
No, I don't
need
expect
to,
that,
though, will we?
But as long as we just keep topping up, as I said earlier, I think now they've understood, like, we can't just keep every 4 years, you have to go big. If you just keep the squad where we got now and let's keep topping up every season, just go, what do we actually need? Is this guy good enough? No, get rid of him, get someone else in. Instead of waiting until everyone's running down their contract, then you realize the players are not good. So not only you've got players that are not good, you have players that's finishing their contract. Now all of a sudden you're like, rah, there's so much work to do. I feel like now we've built ourselves to a nice level. Now it's just about topping up. So we don't have to go big every year. Just every season, just look after the team.
Yeah. No, big facts. Big facts. Right, let's bring in the next caller. Legend of the Kall-In show. Man like Bruno. What's good, G?
Hi.
Big up, man.
Big up yourself, bro. What's good, man?
First of all, I've got some receipts. Drifty. What did I say back in 2021? What did I say back in 2022? What did I say?
Bruno, you say a lot, bro. I'm never going to remember.
I told you we could spend 300 million, didn't I? What did you say?
Okay.
What, you said we can't spend...
back in 22?
I told you. Remember that Kall-In show when Matt and Karen was all there? And you kept saying, we can only spend up to 150. Yeah, remember that? I told you we could spend up to 300 million. I told you. I've got the receipts. Yeah?
Okay. Big up to you,
Secondly, David Coote. Looks like the guy's been charged. I should teach him a lesson. Yeah. The little skankhead has been charged. That's what he gets.
Hold on. This is news to me. What's he been charged with?
Breaching one of the rules.
Yeah, breaching the rules.
Oh, it's football. Yeah, I thought you meant like charged as in like something he did in his personal life. So he's
football stuff.
So what you mean, like in terms of like he's done like a cheating or something?
Yeah, he's been breaching the rules. He was breaching the rules. Yeah,
and we knew that already, but it's good to see it. Okay. So he's about to get his come up then. All right.
Because remember, they only suspended him, didn't they? It was more suspension than sacking.
I think it was like I think in the end they did relieve him. I think in the end they did relieve him of his duties.
Yeah, they got rid of him. Yeah. Now we're going after Isak, right? Everyone keeps going. We're going after Isak, right? This is what I hope happens, right? We must have a plan B if plan A doesn't work. I'm going to state this here and now because I'm seeing a lot of people go, if we don't get Isak, we should get no one. I'm sorry. I do not want to see 2021 happen again. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. There has to be a plan B. There has to be a plan C. I don't want to go, it's Isak or nobody else. There's Vlahovic, there's Jonathan David, there's other players out there, there's Ekatike. And people are saying they don't want the Ekatikes, they don't want the Vlahoviches of this world. If you just go for Isak and nobody else, who's going to play up top then?
No, but all right. So Bruno, I totally understand where you're coming from in regards to you can't just not buy a player and then leave the squad like I fully agree with you. But honestly, though, bro, you don't think Jonathan David or Vlahovic are of the level we need right now, though? Surely not. Like if they were the backup, like so, say for example, you replace Jota with Vlahovic, and you still bought Isak, you're cooking. I'm with you. But if Vlahovic comes in to be the actual first teamer, bro, you know what I mean? Like, so you got to be careful. You can't just bring in anyone. Do you see what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying. And also, they're asking for £150 million, apparently. That's the price they're asking for, yeah? I wouldn't, if you're going to bid the first bid, don't try and lowball them. Don't try and do this £90 million bid and then, or £80 million and then 100. No, start proper serious. No messing about. 120 million. No messing about. Not sitting here taking 25 years. What's the date today? The date's the 27th. So by the 17th of July, I expect that deal to be signed, sealed, and delivered. So 3 to 4 weeks. I don't want to hear this drawn out transfer saga where it takes flipping 25 years. So until the 27th of August, for example. I don't want to see that. Because I don't want to end up with Ben Davis and Kabak again. Remember that? And how did that end? It didn't end very well, did it?
Yeah.
Remember, we don't celebrate being the bridesmaid. We don't do that here. We are the bride. We are the ones receiving the trophy. Oh, yeah. Arsenal's going to get banter today. Arsenal's going to get a lot of banter today. I might not be able to banter Tottenham, but Arsenal's going to get bantered. Because guess what?
Yeah, before you rinse Arsenal to finish up, G. How you feeling now? Because you've been giving Tottenham a lot of stick, bro, and they finally won something. So how you feeling about it?
At least it was at the expense of the skankids Man United.
Yeah, real talk.
That's the plus side. At least at the expense of the skankids Man United. Arsenal, yeah, they haven't won the Premier League since James Blunt. They haven't won the Premier League since Razorlight. Yeah, Razorlight America. Remember that tune? Yeah, remember that? They have not won the Premier League since the old Nokia phone. The one that you had the snake game. They have not won the Premier League since the Incredibles 1. Incredibles 1. Yeah? So these Arsenal fans, and Igal as well, who was talking up his ass. I've been seeing a lot of his videos, and this guy's been talking a load of crap, saying how Liverpool have not improved, we've not done enough. He's talking up his ass. By the way, what do you think of Arsenal's transfer business? Because they're getting all gassed and because of Zubimendi, but have you seen their players that they bought? They've been linked with a player from Chelsea again. They're going after Chelsea's scraps again.
Who do they want now?
They're going after one of their scraps again. I think it's
Madueke, isn't it? It's Madueke.
I think it's Madueke or somebody else. Yeah, they're trying to go for one of them.
Right.
That would be quite funny. Anyway, as much as I'd keep going, I better get going because I have to go on here. I'll see you next month.
Yeah, no, big up yourself as always, Bruno.
Big up, man.
Good talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Big up.
Big up, G. Speak your next Call-In show, G. Big up.
See you in July. Thank you very much.
Big up. Big up, Bruno, man. Always entertaining. Yeah, do you know what? He made a great point though, innit, bro? There has to be, no matter how much we want Isak, there has to be a point where we're like, it can't drag on. Do you know? Oh no, I don't know, bro. How do you feel? Are you willing to let drag on as long as possible, as long as we get the player?
As long as we get him, bro. Like, I don't care how long it takes. Just get him in it. Like,
what deadline day thing? Would you be all right if it went all the way to the deadline?
I want the players in for preseason, bro. And obviously with Isak one, it might take. I don't even think it will take long. I think if they just stop being silly, Newcastle, just give us a damn price so we can go and pay it and get him, because he wants to be with us, bro. Let's be honest. You don't want to be there, like. And that's what I said at the end of the season, before the end of the season, to be fair, having conversation with like fellow Liverpool fans, everyone's like, nah, as long if he gets Champions League, then he won't want to move. I'm like, why though? Newcastle ain't Liverpool Football Club. What do you mean? Why would he not? It's not like he's going to take a downgrade, but he's coming to a club that's more successful and a team that's going to be more consistent. He's at a club they're wealthy as hell, but they can't spend their money. So how are they going to build their squad and make their team any better if they don't sell players to then reinvest? Doesn't make sense. So they're going to be there. And we've seen them last time when they were in the Champions League. They struggled in the Premier League because they couldn't, like Newcastle starting 11, you go, right, they can challenge teams and play against teams. But playing Champions League football, then Premier League, we saw how it was taxing for them. Sell us Isak and then move on. Go on get an Mbeumo and then Ekatike. Go and get those guys because they'll make your team better. No, wait, like, come on, man. Like, they're just playing around. I know they don't want to lose their asset, and I hear it. But you're just, you know what I mean? You're being spiteful now, bro. You don't want to be there. Let's be honest, bro. If you're telling him Liverpool Champions League football every season, you're coming into the team that looks like they want to be elite for the next few years. He's gonna want now.
And you can be the spearhead.
Come on, bro. Come on.
Yeah, I've never understood that rhetoric of Newcastle made Champions League, so therefore he won't want to leave. Bro, he doesn't just want to be in it. He wants to win it. And with all due respect, Newcastle ain't winning the Champions League. Do you get what I mean? At the beginning of the season, the real kind of like 50-50 they could win it clubs are Liverpool, PSG, Bayern Munich, Man City, Real Madrid, Barcelona. I'll probably say those are the ones where you got a 50-50 from the jump of winning it. And then after that, you've got the teams that are just a tier down that are still good teams like Arsenal, Inter Milan, where you could, you know what I mean? You never know what the campaign might be like. But Newcastle go in that bracket with like Aston Villa, for example. Aston Villa did a brilliant job of representing the Premier League last year, but you knew they were never going to win it. Do you know what I mean? You knew they were never going to win. They did a brilliant job, nearly knocked PSG out. But you just knew they were never going to have enough to go all the way. That's what Newcastle will be like. Newcastle might make the last 16 or a quarter final, but they're never winning it. Isak's going to want to play for a club where he knows, right, I legitimately could win this tournament. So,
and yeah, I think they're a bit nervous because when he's not in the team, they're not good. We've played against Newcastle with and without him. With him, it's a long day. It gets taxing, right? But when he's not there, you can see like there's no danger at all. They need him, and I get it, but you can make your team better. Because when he's injured, you realize the team don't really get goals like that. When he's back, you see what he's about, innit? He brings everyone into play. He scores goals. He's the penalty taker. He's a goal threat. He brings, you know, the other players get more in. Like Murphy did well last season, and Barnes when he had to step in, and then when Gordon came back from his injury. But yeah, they just need to move on now, man. That's just stop the nonsense, bro. Why are we holding the man at ransom and just send him over, man?
I ended on some raggo thing, man. Just like, yo, don't remember like when you was younger and your mum or your dad would call you and be like, weren't you supposed to be home already? Yeah, but don't let me tell you again, you know.
Yeah, no, come on, man.
Remember them ones that don't let me tell you again, you know. All right, boom, and you're just like, yeah, I better go, you know, like.
See you later, man. Then I'll go.
Yeah.
We don't want that second
if
call.
this phone rings again, you're like,
you better be in the house, bro. Start running, you know you're only a minute away, but you sprint the minute.
Yeah. You know when you live close enough for your mom to actually come and get you. Like you hear the doorbell and you're like, your mom, you're like, what? My mom, she kept
I used to see you and them say, yo, your mom was at the window shouting your name, you know. I'm like, rah, dip. Get home now.
I had them old school ones there. Flipping,
get
oh,
home.
mum shouting at the window, dinner's ready. Them ones there, boy. And you knew you weren't coming back out after dinner, so you just said bye from there.
Yeah, you knew because she had to call you from the window. Long.
Yeah. You ain't coming back out. You ain't coming back out after dinner. You know what I'm saying? Never. Right. We got 2 more callers. Big up, man. We got through the callers kind of quick today. Big up to all the callers as well, man. 2 more callers. Junior game manager. Get ready, bro. I'm gonna bring you in now.
All right, it's Harris.
You there,
big
bro?
up Harris, bro.
You guys good?
Yeah, big up Harris.
Yeah. What's
bro.
good, G? What's good, South? I thought I can hear you. What's good, man? Talk to us.
Yeah. Before I start, this is my debut, and I'm
Big
pleased to
up.
be on this channel. I've been a fan for a long time. I've been on Enz's channel, and it's my first time being on Kopish.
No, big up, man.
And
Appreciate
yeah,
Big
that,
up.
G. Big
you
up,
have done
man.
a lot of hard
Appreciate
work, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
No, appreciate that,
part of
my
the
G.
fans.
Appreciate it, man.
Big up,
I
man.
wanted to get you guys' opinion on Gerhi. Do you think he's an upgrade on Ibu? So, like, let's say for next season, taking Ibu out the team, let's say, and putting Gerhi in place. Do you think we are a better team? Do you think we have more of a chance of winning the Premier League and the Champions League with Gerhi in the team instead of Ibu?
I think he makes the team good if they're both there. I know a lot of people want to kind of throw Ibu out the window just because we're linked with new defenders, and I get it because we always like that new toy and stuff. But nah, man, I think we're better when we get all of the lads together and make the Premier League realize even when we shift players out, you're still gonna have to face another good centre back that's Premier League proven. Instead of you going right, there's no more Konate, and then what? Big up to Gomez though, but yeah, we can't really trust him with his injuries, and then who else is there? Then we're struggling, then we're going to have to play Endo there, and then it's just long in it. I'd rather have all of them there. But in terms of your question, I think we have to have all of our centre backs there if we want to really, really go and win. If we want to win both the Champions League and the Prem, he has to stay.
Yeah,
Don't want to just
I agree. What I will say though, I will say, bro, I'll pause your time. What I will say is, I think Gehi is of a level where I don't think he's as good as Ibu, but there isn't a big disparity between the two. And I think Gehi could replace Ibu in terms of we could win the league. I don't want to see it. I want us to keep Ibu. I want Ibu to sign. I think Ibu's a tremendous defender. But I do believe that Gehi wouldn't be a drop-off to the point where it would affect winning the league. The problem would then be squad depth. Who would then be coming in after Gehi? Because Gehi's supposed to be coming in to be the depth. We've let Kwanzaa go. We know Joey is a brilliant player when he's playing, but we don't know how regular he'll get to play because of his fitness. So it would be a massive worry to me if we went and Gehi came in we got to go and get another centre back then, and then who would that be? Do you get what I mean? So the squad would be a little worry. But in terms of quality, if I was going to go like on a scale, I would go Virgil's a 10, Ibu's at 8.5, Gehi's at 8. That's how if I was doing like a ranking. So I think Ibu's about a 0.5 better than Gehi, because Gehi has been doing it consistently. We do have to give that credit to him for the last 2-3 years at a lower level. He's been brilliant. You know what I mean? That's the reason Newcastle wanted to pay 70 mil for him in January. Do you get what I mean? Like, he's been brilliant. So yeah.
I think Ibu's experience in Europe is also very key, because when you really think about it, he's been playing with us for a while now. So I remember Matip started the season very well off in 21/22. Then it got to a point where I remember a lot of the fans were saying, "Oh, Ibu's been putting in a lot of good performances," and then he started to start in the Champions League games, like against Inter, Benfica. I think he scored back to back against Benfica. Then it was the Champions League final where Ibu started, and that's where Ibu made his mark as a centre back. And then he played well in the final against Vinicius. And like his quality, I feel like his profile. I know there's a lot of PMP defenders that can cover ground, etc. But his when it comes to his role, what he
did when Trent was in the team, and even sometimes Bradley, whoever was playing right back, he used to make it look so easy going one-on-one with the wingers, covering space, covering central zones, then going out wide. I think, do you, do you think Gertie can match um, that role to Ibu's level? I know Gertie on the ball, I know he's very good, he can read the game, etc. But I think the balance, what we have now with Virgil and Konate, like I look at that partnership and say, rah, that these two really do complement each other, because Ibu, he's the one that is able to go one-on-one, um, cover space. Um, he does all the dirty work, and I feel like that really does help Virgil and balance out the defense. So if you take Ibu out and then put Gertie in, do you
Mhm.
still think that balance is maintained?
The only issue you got with that one, bro, is one Konate plays on the right and the other one he plays on the left hand side. So I don't know. And then I'm looking at how the left hand side is probably going to operate. You're going to have like looking at the team there, you're going to have Kirkes there. Are we going to slightly shift the way we played in terms of when we had Trent, he was more the attacking one, Robbo was more the defensive one, or we're going to allow both fullbacks to then go? Then both sides are going to have a lot of work to do unless the two midfielders sit back and kind of do like, all right, we'll just mop up whatever breaks, and then you guys can then clean up anything we miss. So I think either side, I think, does he have to be good at doing it? Yes. Has he had to do that at Palace? Not really, because they've kind of gone with a back three most of the time. So he's normally the wing backs, they will kind of deal with that job, and then he'll just sweep up the little crumbs that's left over. But at Liverpool, obviously, we're gonna have more of the ball than what you'd probably think Palace would. So he's probably gonna have to get used to just staying switched on in games more than actually, I'm gonna have to get used to covering space. More just switch on, bro. Yeah, go on, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, I've like you know with the fullbacks that we've signed, like Frimpong and Kirkes, them man, like they like to get forward. I feel like our wingers, I feel like they'll be more tucked inside, and because like I think we're gonna be more possession based, because if you look at our goals, we score a lot of them transition. I think we're gonna really try to be a possession team. As soon as that team goes long, but he's like his aerial stats, they're not the greatest. Yeah, like let's say he's playing up against like a Haaland for example. Like normally when you see our centre backs, when we had Matip, I think him and Virgil were the best in the air in the league, alongside like Tarkowski and them, man. And then we have Ibu, of course. Gertie's aerial stats are not the greatest, so I'm looking at it from like an off the ball perspective. If we're high up the pitch, we're pressing the team, they decide to go long, we want to win that second ball or the first header, is Gertie up to the standard in his aerial duels to be able to get like a Haaland off the ball, or like let's say Arsenal get Sesko, or just in general, like, because they play Marino up top sometimes and he's an aerial threat. Is he able to manage that?
No, I think this is a great point, but at the same time, I think obviously I know you do a bit of coaching and you're a player as well. So I know we kind of look into the game in so much detail, and we look for the minuscule, areas where we can get the one up on most teams. But most of the teams we play against, do they really go long all the time? Not really. I think the numbers are, when Trent was there, they'll go long into the channels. But that might change now with the likes of Bradley and Frimpong there, where they're not giving up that space as much as what we're so used to do. Like, because our formation would shift to accommodate what Trent's skill sets, his strengths are. So then they will always look, right, if we just knock it in the channel on the turnovers, we can get in behind Liverpool. I think it might be slightly different. Does he need to win a header? Of course he does need to, but that's why it's imperative that we keep Konate and give him the contract. So then in those games, you're like, right, you can hold bench today. Konate will play because we got a big, strong striker he's going to play up against. Virgil's here, Konate, and that's what we'll do, and we'll just bully the striker. But the other teams now, we'll take you out. Konate, hold the bench. You're cool, man. Chill. Let my brother play today, because they don't have a big striker up there. They've just got a quick one. You've got enough speed. You've got enough know-how and understanding of what to do. But at the same time, you say that, but he's had to play against all of the strikers you've named. So clearly, he's obviously done well against them, because Palace has beaten some of these teams. You know what I mean? So he's had to play against Marlon. He's had to play against Isak. He's had to play
It's
against
just, yeah.
Wood as well, the tall big strikers that they normally knock it into, and he's done well
Yeah.
again. So
It's just, yeah, because he plays in the five, like in a back five, and he's the left centre back. So
yeah,
I don't think he's had to do as much work as like a LaCroix, because he's the middle centre
yeah,
back. I feel like his role has been really gone up against like a lot of the wingers, and obviously at times he's going to come up against the striker. But I think Gurhey, like, let's say we get Gurhey, I feel like he'll be a very good addition to the squad. It's just I'm intrigued to see the competition between him and Ibu, like who's gonna really step up and take the place next to Virgil, because like I said, it's very healthy competition. But I think also it does open up another tactical view for us to switch to three at the back. Like if we wanted to play like a 3-4-2-1, we have the room to play Gurhey left centre back, Virgil in the middle, Konate on the right, and have Kirkers and Frimpong as wing backs. But that also comes down to if we decide to sign another defender like a Hato, yeah, just for extra cover, because I feel like Gomez will stay.
yeah.
And I reckon we get Gurhey. So it's just down to whether we sign another defender. But yeah, I think the idea of bringing Gurhey in, I think it is a very good idea. So we'll see.
100%.
You know what though, bro? The wickedest thing is when it comes to the, like, I mean, remember, like, obviously, like under what's his name? He has been playing in the back three, but he's also comfortable in the back two. There's been many managers who he's played under where he played in the back two. So he's capable of doing both. Do you know what I mean? He's very good on the ball. I think that's one of the reasons why Slot likes him. He's very accomplished on the ball. Slot loves defenders that are good on the ball. And then I'm looking at it from another point of view as well, guys, that a lot of people aren't. When we want to rest Verge, Gahey and Ibu is a great pair. I mean, we don't obviously like it would actually have to be, you know, put into practice. But on paper, Gahey and Ibu's a great pairing if we want to give, you know what I mean, Virgil a rest. Gahey's very comfortable playing left centre back as well. So he would just literally just take Van Dijk's spot in, you know what I mean, and then Ibu could stay on the right. It gives us options, man. It gives us options. That's what we need, you know what I mean? And that's why I hope we do go and buy Hato or one other as well, because I do think that we need to have, because of Joey's fitness, we just need to have another, even if it's a youngster, just somebody there as well. You know what I mean? Just as a little bit of extra cover. So yeah, it'll be, you know, Ali's right as well. He's a leader. Yeah, he's a leader as well. So if Virgil's missing, at least he'll bring that leadership skill as well. And Virgil makes everyone look better. So I look forward to seeing Gahey and Virgil as a partnership, because we all know Virgil makes everyone better. So yeah, man, it'll be intriguing. It'll be very, very intriguing, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Archie, is that the only point you wanted to make, bro, about the Gahey stuff?
Yeah, and there's just one last thing. You see, if we don't get like a Isak, what striker would you prefer to sign? For me, I like what's his name? Ekitike. Can't pronounce his name sometimes, but
yeah, okay.
I think he'd be a good addition to the squad if we can't get an Isak, because I look at the price of Isak and I just think, could that money be spent elsewhere? We probably do have the funds to buy him, but I look at his injury record, like his groin, he seems to pick up a lot of injuries. It's just whether and then if you look at Jota's injury record, let's say we get rid of Nunes and keep Jota, and we get Isak, just having those two who are known for groin issues or knee issues, quite scary. So I was thinking, if we can't get an Isak, who would be the alternative?
You go first, Enz. Who
I mean, in terms of the strikers, if we don't get Isak, I'll go with Osimhen. I think that's the one I'd go with, because it looks like Gyökeres looks like he wants to go to Arsenal or United or one of them teams. Ekitike is a baller as well, man. The comms has made people get excited. It looks exciting to watch. But Isak is my first choice, and then I'll rather go and get Osimhen, because I think he has everything as well that you need in a striker, and he's still very young as well, which helps. Yeah. That's the two. That's for me.
I think Ekitike will become Isak. Like, because stylistically they're very, very similar for me.
Yeah,
very similar.
Yeah.
And remember, a lot of people are doing like false revisionism. When Isak was at Sociedad, his numbers were diabolical. Like we got like they were. I think the most goals he ever scored before he moved to Newcastle in the season was 10. Like he wasn't, you know what I mean? Like he has grown in the Premier League. He's become the baller that people thought he could. Newcastle, credit to them, they've nurtured the talent, and now he's just kicked on. And at 25, 26, he's just turned into an absolute machine. But when he was 21, like Ekitike now, he weren't rounded. He weren't finishing chances. Do you know what I mean? So I look at Ekitike and I think he's got all the makings to become what Isak is now. Do you know what I mean? So I think for future proofing, Ekitike would be a brilliant signing, but we would need to win back-to-back. So that would be what I would be worried about if we was to get Ekitike for this season. Is he quite ready now to go and get us the 25, 30 goals in all comps that we're going to need from our striker to go and do the double? Do you get what I mean? So
yeah,
it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I would probably favor Osherman over everyone just because I think he's the most guaranteed goals. Out of all the players that are out there right now that are like the gunmen, I think Osherman is the most guaranteed goals. I think he's got more variety to his game. I think, like I look at Gyökeres, I think he's clumsy. I think he's a running in behind striker. What does he do when there's low blocks?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I mean, like Sesko might be a future G, no doubt. But right now, how does Sesko cope with the pressure of being Liverpool's number 9, trying to win Champions League? Like, who knows? I think Osherman's the one where you're like, been there, done it, played at the highest level, won the league before, knows how to get it done, played at World Cups, international caps galore. Like, he's the one where you're like, head in, left foot, right foot. He might not be elite, but he's the one who's going to get on the end of those across the ball. You know, those like Salah across the face crosses, and Osherman will be back post tapping, little through balls. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think Osherman's the one who's the most likely to be a success after Isak. I mean, apart from Julian Alvarez, but I've given up on that now because I do think it's almost impossible to get Alvarez out of Atletico.
Especially just moving
that could be my first choice above Isak. But yeah, Osherman. I'd go Osherman.
Yeah.
Big up, man. Big up, bro.
Cool, man. Now, big up yourself, G. Yeah, man. Appreciate that. That'd be cool. Hopefully see you next month, bro, for the next calling, man. Big up, G. Great, cool.
Yeah, thank you. Big up.
Big up, man.
Big up, bro. Big up. All right. Last caller. Man like Joe. You there, bro?
Yo, what's going on, man? You hear me?
Big up, man.
Yeah. What's good, G?
Hey, man. Blessings to you, man. Blessings to you, bro. You know what, Drifty, this ain't my debut. This is my third time coming on to Kop-Ish, innit? And every time
We spoke before, bro. Big up, man.
You and I spoke on Beijing Barnes's thing. So about a couple years back.
Is that where it was? Okay.
I was losing it, brother, because the 115 charges of Manchester City. I'm still waiting, bro. I'm still waiting for it. Like, where are they? Like, when are they gonna be doing the verdict? Like, I need to know.
That doesn't exist no more, bro.
Bro. Come like it ain't even a thing no more. To be
fair. It's a thing. It's a thing. It's coming. It's coming. I can't wait. Strip him. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? No, like pause as well. But no, man, we need to strip their medals. You know what? I don't think there's gonna be like top players in terms of like top players going to Manchester City for much longer. I don't see it happening. I also got this little conspiracy theory in my mind. I'm thinking that, you know, Pep Linders is gone there so that, you know, when they get relegated, he'll be the one that's going to be tracked. Pep Guardiola's going to leave, and then he'll be the one tasked to bring them up. And then they'll just be stuck in the abyss. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm hoping happens. But you know what? Let me get that. I had to get that off my chest. Ends, man. I love listening to your show as well, man. I appreciate you, man, doing your stuff, bro. So I got a little list here because man's got ADHD and I got to write my shit down. So listen, so check it, yeah.
Go for it, bro. Go for it.
So check it, right? So one of the main concerns that I have right now, yeah, is you know, Slot is the head coach, right? And with him being the head coach, he's tasked with training. And what we saw last year, which I did like, I saw the way he nurtured Grav, and Grav done phenomenal for the most part. Got rinsed though, we can't blame him and he did own up to not rotating, so I get that. But I am concerned on the kids, because now the kids are being sold, they're likely going to get sold off for money. Who is he going to be coaching and bringing through? And we're probably going to need that level of coaching now, because that's all he does, right? So he's got to make Kirkes better. He's got to make Frimpong better. He's got to make Wirtz better. He's got to make all these players better, because that's all he does. So my magnifying glass is on him. I'm expecting to see at least 2 players go to the next level. I'm thinking even McAllister. And that's the contract thing. We need to tie down McAllister. All right. So that's the first piece. Like, so have you seen anything around like Slot, like outside of Gravenberch? Like, what are you seeing? Who do you think that he's going to refine next?
The one I'd love to see him refine is probably Sobo. Like, I know he got able to do a certain role for the club, and he done it to the best of his ability in terms of you could see when he wasn't playing. But I'd love to see the Sobo that I know is there, bro. I want to put him in a position where you're like, yo, all right, I get it. I see it now. Similar to Gravenberch. You put him there, we start to see the best out of him as well. So I think Florian Wirtz will take care of business himself, and also I think he'll get help by Slot. I think McAllister takes care of business for himself, but I would love to see, and I think Frimpong, bro, he's just on it. So I think he would just take care of that. It's the ones that we currently have, man. The old school.
I'll go Frimpong ends. I'll tell you why. Because being a fullback and a flying fullback at that, I'm intrigued as to how he's going to turn him into a conventional right back. Because I reckon he's got a plan. I think he knows the attribute, and he's going to find like a specific way to use Frimpong. And if he improves him defensively, because the rat might be gone, but I think everybody can admit he actually was better defensively this season than he has been in the past.
100%.
Especially in the first half of the season. I think Trent's defending was actually pretty good season just gone. So if he can get Trent to defend, Frimpong should be easier, right? Like, I think Frimpong, has more like to his game to be able to be a better defender. So I'm kind of looking at him thinking, could he do what Pep did with Walker? Because Walker was a lot more attacking at Tottenham, and Pep made him better defensively. And then he became the best right back in the league. So I'm very intrigued as to what Slot's going to do with Frimpong.
Do you know what? I'm going to agree and slightly disagree. I think Frimpong's already a good defender as it is. I think it's application. And as I said, man, I know when we was linked with him, a lot of people said he couldn't defend. And I was like, I don't know what you've been watching, but he can defend.
He's not the greatest. He's not the
greatest.
But
he can't. No, but the problem is his job role wasn't necessarily down to, my game is to defend. He can defend. When he had to, he can. He did it. But I think once we start tagging players with certain things without real evidence, then I think that's where we're like, no, we got to make sure he defends. And now I think the brother can defend, bro. The thing with him, I know he's going to be on it defensively. Trent could defend. He just chose not to. Frimpong ain't going to choose not to defend. Same with Bradley. Bradley was like, breath of fresh air, because you could see he wanted to defend. It doesn't mean he's a better defender than Trent. He just wanted to do it. And I think Frimpong's coming in with that same energy, bro. He's going to be like, yo, I'm going to attack and I'm going to defend. Kirk has already told you he's giving 110. He's on it as well. So I think it's just
relentless. That's the word.
Yeah.
Relentless. We're going to be, our fullbacks are going to be relentless. Our midfield's going to be relentless. Our attack's going to be relentless. Virgil's always been relentless. Mo's always been relentless. We're going to be cooking up some Clark, man. This league
ain't ready. I can't wait. I can't wait, man. Bro. You know what?
I'm
right?
so excited. I'm so excited for this season. I really am.
Same. So, like, you talk about formation there, ends, right? And when I think about the formation, like I was running with this formation in my head, like today, first thing in the morning, because I'm super excited, man. I'm so excited, right? But I'm still FSG out. But we get onto that in a second, right? So So basically, it was a Facebook post, and it had Gakpo top left, it had Salah top right, yeah. Then it had Wirtz top of a diamond, but people like to call that false 9. But to me, I saw that as a conventional 10, right? Then it was Macau on the left, Szoboszlai on the right of the diamond, and then Grav at the base of the diamond, right? Then it was, your Frimpong on the right, and then Kirkes, Konate, Verge, and the obvious one, Alisson, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I looked at that formation. I was like, rah, that cooks. It proper cooks, right? Do we really need, and that's I thinking, wait, do we really need to be buying multiple strikers? Do we need to, is Jota really going to be dependent on as much as before? I don't think he will be. And the reason why, when I looked at it, the top left, if Slot decides to tuck Salah and Gakpo inside a little bit more, and then allow the wing backs to give the true width, my God, that is dangerous. Or alternate who comes into the center. If he does that, the alternation for coming into the center to be in front of Wirtz. So if Kirkes goes bombing all the way up, Gakpo is now in the middle in front of Wirtz, and then Salah is all the way to the inside right, and then Frimpong further to the right. That is dangerous. That is so dangerous. So I was thinking to myself, rah, I want to get onto this. I've got to give you one of these, Drifty, man, because like I don't know whether you see my comments in the comments down again, but I've got to give you one of these ones. They're coming, it's coming. I'm giving you the heads up. So listen, it made me think, now, you know what? Maybe we don't necessarily need like an Isak, because Wirtz is that good. He can unlock pretty much anyone. I would love Isak though, don't get me wrong. But if we don't, it's not the end of the world, right? So in my mind now, Osimhen, and Drifty, we spoke about Osimhen before, right? Like we said, and I'm still waiting for that video, by the way. I'm still waiting for that video when you said,
"Oh yeah." Do you know what? I'm actually gonna do it over the summer still as a parting gift for Nunes on his way out. So I'm still gonna do it. Enz is gonna do it with me.
About that video. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the video. I'm talking about the video when you said, "Oh, I'm gonna do this video to show you why Nunes is better than Osimhen." That's the video I'm talking about, right?
No, it was to show you why they're both on the same level. I never said he was better, but I never said Osimhen was better either. When we're having that conversation, I said they're both on the same level. And to be fair, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm done defending Nunes, and I think
I know.
At Liverpool. But I'll be real with you. When Nunes goes back onto the continent, everybody will see that he's the player I'm saying he is. It just didn't work at Liverpool. Like I will still stand by Nunes. It just didn't work at Liverpool. He's still a good striker for me.
I agree with you.
If he goes to Napoli or what, he'll prove it. Do you know what I'm saying?
I actually agree with you on that, because, and that's one of the reasons why I'm very happy that Arsenal never tried to get him, because Sesko is very similar to him and he fits their flipping system, man. Like he really, really does. And Nunes, I think, is better than Sesko. In any case, so
Joe, quick one. You say the team. Say the team again. I'm because I love the tactical stuff. So just say it again. So I'm building it in.
So Frimpong, like the back four, like the new back four, right? Or the back five, right?
Yeah.
And then it's a diamond, right?
Yeah.
It sets up as a 4-4-2, but it can convert into a false 9 and 4-4-3 or 4-4-1. 4-4-1-1, right? No, sorry, 4-4-1-1. Yeah, it can go either way. So that's what I saw. And then Gakpo's on the top left, Salah's on the wide right, and then Wirtz is in the 10, like 10 proper, not false 9-10, like 10-10, right? Yeah. Then Mac on the left, Szoboszlai on the right, and then Grav in the as a DM. I honestly, as I said, I just think that the way.
Are you literally doing it on a like a builder thing? Ends? Do you want me to bring it up on the screen? Or
I don't know if I'll put Isak in it. Yeah, I'll share my screen actually. So yeah,
and then I can bring it up because then it'll make it a little bit. Because the only thing about the diamond, though, Joe, that worries me a little bit. Yeah,
go on.
Is that when you do a diamond, it's hard to break down a low block with a diamond. That's the only thing about
We
diamonds.
got works, fam. You forget we got works. What are we talking about? We got works. What are we doing? Like,
Bro,
I've been watching that game.
I see how you snuck Isak in there. Still, I like
I
it.
told you, I'm manifesting it, bro. I need it to happen.
So yeah, look, then ends right. So now Kirkes comes up, right? So let's just say the ball's coming in. He's progressing the ball. Salah sits where he sits. Gakpo comes. Isak comes into the middle, like on a penalty spot. Wirtz goes where Isak just was, right? And then Szoboszlai and McAllister, yeah, they're doing their thing, right? Maybe one of them they're going to do a 1-2 or something like that with Kirkes. That there, and then think about when you switch the play, what happens? Look at that. Look on the other side. So the ball's on the Kirkes side. Now look on the other side. Shit, that is crazy to me. Szoboszlai is going to start.
There's a lot of attack in
It's
that team. Still,
crazy.
there's a lot of attack in there. Yeah.
Grav's going to have to sit deep, though. You know, he's going to end up.
I was just going to say the only thing about that formation that worries me just a touch is Grav being left on an island. That's the only thing, because if you say you swap Gravenberch with Flacco or Caicedo or somebody like that, I'll be like, boom, we're done. But I'm not sure if Grav is ready yet to be on an island DM. In a pivot, he was sensational. Is he ready to be on an island DM? That's the only thing, because that is a lot of work for him if we lose the ball.
High line.
You know what I mean? That's the only thing, isn't it?
High line then. This is high line, hamstring city, here we come. That's what it's going to have to be, isn't it? Like, if they do a high line, if Konate and Virgil are right there, I think that cooks, man. With them three as a triangle, cook.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Let's just pause for a second and let's just get into the manifestation of Isak's happening. Look at that fucking team.
It's mad. It's mad.
That
it's
team is insane.
It is.
Bearing in mind, we're only missing one, by
that team has Gakpo on the bench, Diaz on the bench, Guehi on the bench, Jones on the bench.
Just looking at the team, we're only missing one component left, bro. The other ones actually are Liverpool players now.
Yeah, that's our team. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. Even if you swapped out Isak and you put Jota or you put Gakpo,
exactly.
It's still cooked. You get
Or
what I'm saying?
Diaz.
Even if you do, or Diaz, yeah, real talk.
It cooks, man. This is dangerous. People are shit. Them fans are not happy. Them Arsenal, Man City, whoever's playing, they are not happy, man. I'm telling you, we're going for it. Oh, I want 4 minimum. Triple next. Triple.
Right, man was all the belts, yeah.
Minimum triple. Minimum. It can be done. Because remember what Slot said? He said that he messed up a bit around the rotation, right?
Yeah.
Now, depending on who he lets go of, right? Because I do think Diaz might go, but depends on who he lets go of. We've got a solid. Think about the bench. Think about the bench as it stands today. Yeah. So I know that it's getting late on your side. I'm in the US, by the way. So it's 6:22 here. So I just want to answer. So you mentioned something about Konate, and yeah, I don't believe that Konate should be paid more than what Wirtz is paid, because my understanding is that Wirtz is paid 195k. I don't think that Konate should be paid more than 195k, and I have to. That's the part where I have to trust FSG with that, like their wage bill philosophy. I don't like it. I don't like the way they did it. What they did to Ginny. I don't like what they did to even Mane, for that matter. There's a lot of players that have been on the bad end of it, right? Yeah. But I think it's because of the way they've managed that wage bill, we've been able to secure Salah and VVD. VVD and Salah on those high wages for 2 seasons doesn't really hurt as much if we had them for 4 or 5 seasons and they were younger and stuff like that, So I don't think they should be giving him more than that, to be honest with you. And plus he's injury prone as well. That's just my take. And the last piece, bro, is FSG, man. I think that I don't like them. I don't like that I have to like them a little bit. as well, right? I just don't like it, right? But I have to just keep it 100, man. Like, you know, when right now they've gone ahead and purchased some massive players, right? They've brought in fantastic manager. They've brought back-to-back fantastic managers. Okay, like we can't. They brought back Edwards. They saw their weaknesses. They brought in Hughes. They're doing the right things, man. They are doing the right things. Okay, and so I have to back them on that. I have to be like, you know what, fair dues, man. Like I ain't gonna be saying FSG out too loud, but trust me, give me half a chance and I'm coming. Now, do you know this? But this transfer window reminds me. Do you remember Kall-In when he got down in what's his name? Charlie Adam, Lallana, Henderson, the Brexit, when he came through with the Brexit thing. I'm like, I when I saw that, I thought, rah, FSG are on it, you know. I didn't care that they were okay. Oh, yeah, they were okay players, right? I mean, they weren't the best. I was a bit skeptical about Henderson, you know, but they were okay players. And Kall-In, remember that whole picture when Kall-In was behind them all, like saying, like smiling and introducing them to FC fans? I was super happy seeing that. And I get the same vibe right now. However, if you remember, after that transition, we got Luis Suarez, right? And then we started getting some injury-prone players. Like we weren't getting top players, but to rely on our youth guys to come through, and Flanagan, Sterling, and them, man. And my worry is that FSG, they're doing this now, and then next year, bro, like they go back to this same old same. That's my real worry.
No, but bro, this squad's way too good to worry about that, bro. Like we would have to dramatically change to be in that level of like anxiety. Do you know what I mean? Because those even though they were moving well in terms of the plan, because that was Kamoli, right? When Kamoli's whole plan was to like make the team more English, Downing to be crossing in the ball. Because I remember we had Enrique as well. So it was Enrique and Downing that were going to be getting up and down and crossing the ball, and Carroll in the box, all that stuff. So there was a plan. I didn't like the plan, but it was a plan. But the thing is, the quality of those players, bro, just weren't it. If you look at the quality now, head and shoulders, bro. We'd never have to worry about going back to that, like, one or two players injured, and then all of a sudden we've got a crap team. Do you get what I mean? Like, that team back then it really was like Gerrard, Suarez, and then after that, it was a bit, until we bought Coutinho and Sturridge, and then do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't worry too much. I wouldn't worry too much in that regard, bro.
All right, man. That's my therapy for today, then. You know. So, so the last piece, man. Like, I'm just looking at the formation, and that's our second string formation, and I'm happy with that too. To be honest with you, I don't think Elliot's going to stay, but hopefully he does. That's still solid. That wins us FA Cup. That wins us Carabao. That's we want the quadruple, bruv. That wins us the thing. Tell me that doesn't win.
Do you know the depth is crazy, bro?
It is. It is.
Because you've literally just put out the entire second 11. And look how many Dons are in the second 11. Gakpo, Diaz, Elliot, Jota, Jones, Gomez, Gehi, Mamadashvili. You know what? I'm excited. I'm worried Mamadashvili might cause a little stir, but I'm also excited about what he could bring. Yeah, do you get what I mean? Like,
we purchased this Freddie Woodard I saw today. What's that about, man? He's 28 or something. Like, what the hell? What's going on, man?
We loaned Yaros out, didn't we, to Ajax? So he's gonna go and get the first team.
Yaros signed a new deal and then went out on loan.
Yeah, went out on loan.
But is Heitinger went to Ajax, didn't he?
Yeah, that's the.
Okay, so that's like a little parting gifts kind of thing, then. Okay, cool. I see it. All right, then, man. That's all I really got, man. Big up to you, man. And you know,
great call, bro. Great. And I'm not gonna lie, the enthusiasm got everyone pumped up, bro. You know what I mean? You brought the enthusiasm. So big up yourself, man.
Nah, man. This is bro. Don't sleep. Listen, we have got Florian Wirtz. Like, are people letting that sink in for real, bro? You watch when you start. You watch. He's gonna be running out in Anfield, and he's gonna take people's breath away. I'm telling you. Do you know what though? So I'm a little bit like you. I'm a bit of a. I could be like you sometimes, Drifty, in terms of worry, right? he had a grade 3 Achilles tear, innit?
Yeah, it was. His injury was
Is
quite
that
bad.
the reason why that people were backing away? You see what I'm saying? Like
no. I mean, obviously, you don't want to like thing or whatever, but like that was 2.5 years ago. Like he's over that now. Yeah, he's cool now. He's cool.
They backed away because he turned them down, bro. That's why. That's why they.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, what you mean? Did they? Is that why? No, yeah. City and them man, they turned away because he didn't want to go there, bro. Don't worry about all that, bro. Yeah, don't worry about that.
He said no.
Yeah. He said no, bro. Didn't you see how happy his dad was, bro? His dad wanted him to come Liverpool, G. You know what I mean?
If only Diaz's dad was bloody like that, man. He keeps talking too much, man. What's wrong with these people, man?
Yeah, dad live, man. It's been 2 years, bro, since he was talking.
He's been talking too much, man. Like, what's he doing? Like, even if I don't think we should let Konate go. I don't care. Let Konate go on a free. This year we're going for the quad. Okay, we need Konate and we need Diaz. We need them. It's that simple. We don't want to have to keep bringing new players and then now they got to adjust to a system and stuff like that. And I'm after the 3 minutes, so you can do the you could do the
no. You was the last call. My boy Sammy's gonna jump in now, but that's why I let you have the floor, bro, because you was the last call.
Okay. You know what though? It's late there. Let me step off. Big up to you, man. And yeah, man, I'll catch you guys around, man. Bless up.
Yeah, man. No, big up yourself, bro. Great call, man. Loved you. See you next time, man.
Peace.
Big up, bro. Big up. Great call there from Joe, man. And yeah, some formations. You know what I mean? We'll be figuring it all out. Pre-season's going to be very interesting.
Honestly, I can't wait for pre-season, bro. I swear down. That's when I'm in my bag, bro. I can sit, watch what we're trying to do. First half team, second half tactics, first half tactics. Where players run, what kind of combinations, who's the new partners and chemistries and stuff like that. Can't wait, bro.
Yeah, nah, real talk. Surprise last guest as well. Sammy, he did tell me that he was going to try and jump on as well. Hopefully the connection's working. Sammy, you there, G?
Oh.
Yeah, a little dark there, G. Little dark, but what's good though? We can hear you though, B.
Yeah, by the light blow by the ball.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
We can hear you though, bro. What's good, man? What's good?
I just say it's a few years I'm calling on YouTube, a long time.
Yeah. Obviously, we talk on Big Up all the time, but for real, it's been a minute since you called in on the Kall-In show on YouTube still.
Yeah.
What's good? What you want to talk about today, though, bro, to take us out?
I was studying maybe Champions League next season. What you saying?
Well, what you saying? Well, we back you in the final, yeah, and let the rats see how you can deal with Bert.
Nah, but where's your pecking order, like, for the favorites?
If we're being honest, I think PSG have to be the favourites based on what they did this year, innit? They do. They have to be the favourites.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna need to see what Bayern and Real Madrid do in the window. I think the usual suspects, you know, Sammy. I think Liverpool, Bayern, Real Madrid, Barcelona, PSG. I think those five probably go in as the five to watch, and then you get a couple dark horses.
And maybe City too. Maybe Man City too.
Yeah. I forgot about City.
Yeah, they're there as well.
Yeah. City would definitely be in there.
Yeah, last night I was thinking about it, but you know what? I remember big up at Liverpool will be third if they get Isaac, but they might be second too. Just ahead of Barcelona.
Oh yeah, because you think it's Barca and PSG that are the two favourites, isn't it?
Yeah. But we had to wait and see how Real Madrid click now. They look good last night, but I want to see them against some stronger teams, right?
Yeah, they look good against the meaty teams, bro. So I wouldn't even take that with anything.
You'll see. We need a left back too, and I wanted Zubamendi, so we'll see.
You need a controller in the midfield and a left back, 100%.
Yeah, that was telling Jeff on a few weeks now. Zubi, right?
He would have been.
What do you think you'll do with the midfield then?
Last night was like kind of back three. Adagola was playing like one of the deepest midfielders, right?
Yeah.
But I don't
think
he could do that. He played good. He was one of but I don't think he could do that in a big game though, like a big game.
Especially when
what are you doing with Adagola at Madrid though, bro? Because Adagula's a super talent. Like what are
Alonso love him by Rodrigo ain't getting minutes right now. He on the bench, right? Serious.
We said Rodri might leave, yeah?
Rodrigo, yeah. It's in looking good for him so far, but it's early still. But Alonso love him.
Nah, he's a baller. Arda Güler is a good player. He's a very
I feel
good
Rodrigo
player.
might leave, but if you on the bench and Mbappe not even fit.
Oh, what? Mbappe weren't playing and he still had Rodrigo on the bench?
Yeah, Mbappe been in hospital and thing, but he has some gastro or something.
Okay, some stomach issues.
He's back now, though. He's back.
You know what? I don't want Rodrigo to leave Real Madrid, because if he leaves Real Madrid, it'll be Chelsea or Arsenal. I just don't want any of our rivals getting any stronger. So that's the reason why I don't want him to leave. But it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting.
Yeah.
But it'll be Real Madrid will always be in there. Bayern Munich will always be in there. It's going to be interesting to see what Bayern Munich do in this window as well. Because remember, they've got to replace Sane. Sane's left. They wanted Wirtz and they didn't get him, so I wonder what their pivot will be, like what their plan will be for to cover that.
Yeah, Bayern should be going after Leao, boy. Them should be trying to get Leao.
Yeah, that would be a good move. Actually, that would actually be a good move. Yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting. And Barca as well. Will they take the next step in their development? Do you know what I mean? Or will they bring in somebody?
They just needed a little bit of luck against Inter, boy. But that top team, they're not good at the back, but they will outscore you. They could score over 2 legs. They could score like 5 or 6 against any team.
Yeah. You know what? Maybe a defender for real. Maybe they should get one more centre back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just the way that they play in some games, innit? They just trust their players on the ball and they trust what they're about. That's why. But if they want to defend, they can defend. It's just they just want to do the high line sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Real Madrid knows, man. They've been smoking
you got Pedri and flipping the young Yamal and them man there and Rafinha, you can trust yourself with the ball, bro, because them man are ballers. You know what I mean?
You felt the smoke last season, innit? The amount of times Barca smoked up with you.
Yeah. 4 times, way. We'll come back, boy. Don't worry, boy.
That's rubbish. You're not, bro.
But the dangerous,
ain't gonna help that.
They'll always score 3 or 4.
Yeah, you have to score at least 3 to win the game against Barca.
Remember the last League Clasico, we went 2-0 up and I wasn't even celebrating it. Mbappe scored 2 early ones.
Yeah.
And I said, why don't celebrate? I think halftime it was like about
4-2.
Halftime?
About 4-2. Yeah. The Barca.
Madness.
I didn't even watch that game. That's crazy.
Bro, I watch every Clasico.
I think Matt do a halftime show. He do half a watch along and cut off by Liverpool was playing somebody. I forget.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bayern Munich won Walter made, didn't it? Yeah, I heard about that. That's who they're chasing now, isn't it? The young German striker.
Yeah, but I just need Real Madrid to get a left back, boy. And a midfielder.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, man. It'll be very, very interesting. What are you lot doing with Tchouaméni? Is there any, like, what's the news on Tchouaméni? Are you keeping him?
He have a big role to play, but he would leave.
He's been playing, to be fair, man. He's
been
back in the field as well.
Camavinga always injured. Well,
most
time. Yeah.
I didn't even realize. What, is Camavinga a bit injury prone? I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, he did just get some weird injuries.
Come back, then got injured again.
Okay. Boy.
But that Champions League next year gonna be scary, right?
It's gonna be fun. The group stage was good, man. The group stage was
scary for everyone else.
I tell you what's gonna be the most intriguing part, boys, about the Champions League next year. It's how the managers take it. When, if you look at what happened this year, finishing top didn't even really have any benefit to it.
Yeah, trust.
So, like, it's going to be very interesting how the managers now juggle the whole, like, do they care as much about finishing higher up? Obviously, you want to finish in the top 8 so you don't go into the playoff. But, like, it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
It's going to be very
the reason
interesting.
Liverpool get PSG is because PSG was scrapping in the early parts.
In the early part. Yeah, yeah. No, but you know what, Sammy? Not even just that. Remember, we only gained an advantage finishing top of being second for the home leg in the round of 16. In the quarterfinals and in the semi-finals, Arsenal were away second in both ties. So they finished third in the league. So they didn't even really get any benefit to finishing high up the table. Do you get what I mean?
I think they're trying to change that rule now. Until
They need to because that weren't fair to be. You know what I mean, if you want to nitpick, you can't finish high up and then you keep being the away. The second leg is away all the time. That doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? You're at a disadvantage in that.
Yeah, because if you did beat PSG, you would have been like, remember PSG was at Villa Park second leg.
Yeah, we'd have to play Villa.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
And Arsenal, by the way, worked out, so we'd have to have played both English clubs. To be fair.
Yeah, PSG beat all the English teams now. They beat City in the group stage, and then they knocked out Liverpool, Arsenal, and Villa. They literally ran through the whole of the Premier League. It was
Arsenal
mad.
beat them as well 2-0, didn't they? And thought, it's going to be easy because we already beat them.
Oh, yeah. Early group. Yeah, early group.
We realized they were a completely different team after January, but that PSG team was different.
But it better to finish in the top 8, but that playoffs could be risky. You could get a tough team. I remember we had to play Man City. It was either Man City or Bayern we had for finishing low.
Yeah. And it was only because Man City were bad why Real Madrid got such an easy game as well. Because if that was a good Man City, then that could have been, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, bro. Champions League is going to be very interesting. But we're coming for all the belts, bro. So, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? But, Sammy, brother, big up. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow, bro. Big up. We will be doing the under-21 England versus Germany final, guys. It's gonna be a big one. Harvey watch, Kwanzaa watch. It's gonna be good, man. Morton will be back for that one as well. His suspension will be over. So join us on Big Up Guys tomorrow for that one, man. We're gonna have some fun with that one, man. I really hope England win, man. And Harvey Elliott, man, player of the tournament so far. He's been brilliant. So. You know what I mean? We moved. So, Sammy, brother, big up yourself for jumping in, G, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Big up, bro.
Yeah.
Big up, G. Big up. Ends, bro. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Appreciate it, man.
Great co-pilot. I could have literally just sat back and you would have flown the plane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look, you know what I mean. It's all good, man.
But yeah, any closing thing you want to say, brother? And big up all the callers as well, man. Great callers.
That's what I was about to say. Now, big up to all the callers. Big up to the conversation in the chat as well. As always, man, love for the support. Now, man, I'm just excited, bro. Like at the moment now, I just want us to start playing again. I just want preseason now. I know some people don't really like preseason. They don't really care like that. They're just like, it's just a friendly game. But I look for so much, man. Look for the little things that I think we can take into the season. And then I can't wait for the Palace game as well. Because that first game, the Charity Shield, we kick off, and then we kick off the Premier League as well. So we got so much things to look forward to as Liverpool fans. And then with the transfer market, every day we wake up, I feel like now we've kind of concluded like the Verts, the Kirkes, the Frimpong stuff. All of that is done now. Now I'm like hoping, like, what is the next batch of concentration? Where are we going now? Like, are we gonna? Is that down there? Is it trying to get this gay deal done? What is it next now? Because I don't think we're finished. So
you know what, bro? Maybe Hughes is like, you see me cooking, but I can only watch so much food at once, right?
Yeah.
So now the lamb is ready. You know what I mean? The vegetables are done. The stuffing is done. Clearly, we need rice to go with this, right? Clearly, we need potatoes. We've got to figure out, do we want mashed? Do we want roast? The Yorkshire puddings have got to still go in. Do you know what I'm saying? And dessert. So maybe now he's got the main part out of the way. He's like, right, now I can concentrate on the next bit. So let's see, bro. Let's see. You know what I mean?
And then sort out the guy's contract, man. Jesus Christ, man. Get these men some deals as well.
Yeah. And you know, somebody said it during the time as well. I think it might have been Joe. Big up. I've been saying this for weeks now. Don't sleep because he's got 3 years left and, you know what I mean, get complacent. McAllister. Sit down with McAllister and get a new deal done now.
Yeah, these are the moments we have to.
Do you know what I mean? None of this weigh in and all that. Get a new deal for McAllister done right now. If I'm not mistaken, I think McAllister's on 120 grand a week, I think. bump that up to 200 now. Just immediately, brother. And
I said you don't need to give them like 5-year deals. You can bump it up, and then even if you bump it up to 180 and you give him an extra 2-year extension, that's now back to 5 again.
Back to 5.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what we need to be doing, bro. Those are the things. We don't necessarily every time we go in a contract negotiation, they have to get a new long-term deal. No, just bump it up. Keep it at 5. Just keep consistently. Oh, you're on 2. Here's 3-year extension. Oh, you're on. You know what I mean? You're on 3. Here's 2. You're on 4. Here's 1. What we just thought would give you, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Facts. Nah, man, we need to get that done, man. So you're right, bro. There's a new lease of excitement around the transfer window now that we've got all those deals done that we knew were gonna happen. And you're right. We move on to the next. I'm excited, man. Being a Liverpool fan, there's no greater decision any of you guys made who are Liverpool fans. I know we got some rivals in the chat. Big up to the rivals. But for all the Liverpool fans, you made the greatest decision of your life when you decided to become a Liverpool fan. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So we move. People, it's been an absolute pleasure. Hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday wherever you are. And we will be back tomorrow on Big Up for the under-21s final. Harvey Elliott doing his thing. Ends, brother. Until next time, love as always, man. Really appreciate you jumping in to be the co-pilot. People, all the callers was great. Let me see how many likes we've got as well. Check. Just before we leave, please let us be on at least 500, guys. Let's be on at least 500. Hold on. What we on? Oh, guys, we're only on 250. Come on, guys. 250. Come on, guys. What's going on, man? Smash that like button on the way out, people, man. I know sometimes it's easy to forget, but smash that like button, man. And yeah, till tomorrow, big up your damn selves every time. Catch you on the flip, people.
Big up, man.
Peace.